something I've been saying for years, and I'll say to the new generation. I love the new music that's coming out. I love all these new bands. I love that they're all doing their own thing, and there's so much freedom to do your own thing. But don't forget where this comes from. Don't forget the roots of the music. And the bands like Agnostic Front, who literally paved the roads that we all walk on.
Hello, welcome. It's HardLore time. Welcome back to part 2 of this incredible 2-part special with the great Freddy Madball. If you haven't watched last week, go back and check it out. We get into finding hardcore at 7 years old through Agnostic Front and his brother Roger. We talk about starting Madball when he was 12, Ball of Destruction, Dropping Many Suckers, and of course the great debut LP, Set It Off. Now this week, part 2, we start right around 1995 when Madball played the legendary Dynamo Open Air Fest. Enjoy.
March 6, 1995, Madball plays Dynamo in Eindhoven, Netherlands.
Big one.
Certified Guinness Book.
Biggest one.
Guinness Book, largest crowd in the history of the world.
Wow.
What was...
That's crazy when you put it like that. It was a big crowd, I say.
I watched it last night because I wanted to make sure I got one thing right that I'm going to ask you about that I've been wanting to talk to you specifically about for like 20 years.
Sure.
First, before we get to that, like, what was that like? It is the biggest sea of people I've ever seen in my life.
It was shocking, man, to be honest, because like we're just coming up. You know, like we're a new band.
95.
We're a new band. Like we're like, even though like people think like, oh yeah, that's prime Madball. I mean, we're like just figuring ourselves out still. Like we just dropped Set It Off. Like we're still figuring this out. I don't feel like I was like, as a front person, where I'm at now is different. Like everything, you know, like you know, you grow, you evolve, you figure this thing out. We were green, man. We were green. We had never played I don't think we had ever played a festival, to be quite honest. Like not only was it one of the bigger shows we had ever played up to that point as Madball, but it was massive.
Many bands say it's the biggest show they've ever played.
Yeah.
That is the biggest show we've ever played still. And we've gotten the good fortune to play a lot of big, cool festivals.
Yeah.
I mean, we've been on festivals together. Yeah. But like that one was something else.
That one's crazy.
That one was something else. And I think I attribute that show a lot, and not to knock MAD. They were our agent at the time, and I think that Roadrunner played a heavy role in the reason we played that show. Mm-hmm. We were on Roadrunner. We were in like big company of people, and if you look at that lineup, it's
crazy.
Heavy Roadrunner.
It's crazy, yeah, big time.
Yeah, big time. It's basically Roadrunner Fest.
Yeah, basically. So yeah, it was crazy, man, and we were just like, it was horrible. Like we were horrible.
Yeah. Well, I read you were sick as a dog.
I was sick as a dog. I was like, fuck. That was probably the last time I was sick. I mean, like it was just one of those things where like the road.
Yeah, flying there.
Bad, eating poorly, drinking too much, and we hung out with the business, I think, the night before.
That's got to be some real partiers.
Played like London.
Yeah.
Underworld or something, which we still play.
Yeah.
And they were like, hey, we're off to do this festival tomorrow. I wonder what that's going to be like. And they're like, oh yeah, good luck. And then like we drive through the night from England. Yeah. Cause I'm pretty sure I'm wearing a business shirt.
I think you start in a business shirt.
I start in a business shirt and end up. Yeah, I always ended up with my shirt off.
Disrobe.
Them days are over. I don't do that anymore. But back then that was commonplace.
Sure.
Yeah. We were hanging out with our homies, and we had become friends with those guys, great guys. I mean, legends in their own right. And so I was like feeling like terrible all of a sudden. I woke up and I was like, great, we're about to play this festival. I've never done a festival, never done a show this big. But I still didn't know the scope of how big it was going to be. I'm thinking it's going to be a festival. It's going to be a lot of people. Okay, they're going to be scattered about, and they're not going to give two shits about us.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking in my head. Not to be negative, but I'm being realistic.
Sure.
They get me out of my bunk. I'm sleeping a lot because it was a long night, and also I feel like crap. And they're like, all right, man, you got to play like early, you know, because we're like, you know, I don't know when our set time was, but it was in the day. And I walk out there. I don't think I saw the people until it was time to play.
Holy shit.
I don't think I even peeked.
Oh, no.
So I get my stuff together, my shorts, put my shorts on. I get ready for stage, and I walk up and I look like, what?
Yeah.
Like, and they're there.
Yeah,
Because they're all the way smashed to the front, so it's not like they're back and scattered and getting food and like, what's this band gonna, they're there, ready for us. And so we just went, we did what we do, man, and it was just like we treated it like just a hardcore show. How else are we gonna treat it?
And speaking of that, and this is the thing I wanted to talk to you about. Yeah. About halfway through, you play Crucify.
Yeah.
A couple guys come out and hold a Madball flag, and then they sing along. The song gets derailed a little bit. Do you recall?
Well, the guys were Nicky the Knife and Ingo.
Okay.
Nicky the Knife was one of our guys, of course, with a name like Nicky the Knife.
Wonder who gave him that name.
Yeah, he's actually a guy who grew up with Will Shepler in Pittsburgh, but he moved to New York, and he's our homie. He was on the road with us. Great guy. Ingo was our friend from Germany, one of the Berlin crew, and old-timer, and he was on the road with us doing, I don't know what. I can't remember exactly. I don't think he was doing anything. I think he was just hanging out. But they carried it, and then, are you talking about when the guy sang?
I don't know. Yeah, I couldn't tell if it was those two guys singing, but someone came up and took Hoya's mic and started singing, but started too early.
Yeah.
So there's hitting the chorus over the second half of the verse.
Yeah.
It derails. Everybody stops.
Yeah.
At the end of the set, you say, "Meet me after the fucking show."
Oh my God.
And I just want to know.
Where? Where are we meeting? Where are we meeting? Was that on stage, or I think that happened when I was down with the mic.
Stage.
Like he grabbed, I feel like someone snagged the mic from somewhere, me or whatever, and like sang it all wrong. But yes, it derailed the song.
It derailed
at that
the
time
song.
we were super touchy.
We
had never done this.
Yeah.
And like we're being put on this huge,
the biggest
pedestal, like this huge platform to play, and like we're nervous, and I don't know what I was thinking. No, they didn't. I was like, no, asshole. I was like, it's okay to sing along, but like,
get it right.
Don't mess up the song. I forgot what I.
Now
and then I was like, meet me. I don't know what I said. Stupid kid stuff, dummy.
The reason I even bring it up is not even to laugh about.
It's funny though. It is funny. I hear that.
It is, and I'm glad you can look at it that way. But it is actually to give an example to the fact that you treated it like a hardcore show.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it fucking derailed. That happens.
We knew nothing else.
You know what I mean?
I mean, cords were flying out of speakers. We didn't have long enough cords.
Yeah, there's no wireless.
Clearly didn't have wireless. Dude. I mean, they probably exist. Yeah, they probably existed,
they did.
But we didn't have them.
They were expensive.
Yeah, a Shure prototype.
$5 grand.
Yeah, exactly. I think Biohazard had them.
Yeah,
but we didn't have them.
Yeah. Well, he's got to spin.
We're the poor guys. We were wild, man. Like it was like the guys coming across with the little teeny banner this big.
It's so funny.
Everybody's got like
it's immortalized though.
Everybody's got banners the size of this room.
Yeah.
But like we were just like that's what we were, man. And like I think wasn't our best show. I didn't feel my best. Wasn't the best smoothest rollout. But people still talk about that show. Yeah. And like in a fond way, like in a positive way, which is like, okay, cool. Hey, good.
Madball at Dynamo is like an iconic video.
Yeah. Well, it put a lot of people on to our band. And I meet people all the time that are like, I know about you guys from Dynamo.
You're the only guy who played that stage who's slamming on stage, who's slam dancing. You know what I mean?
Oh, I didn't even
Set
think
it
about
off
that.
starts and you're going
Yeah.
for it. You're the only person, you know?
Yeah, I didn't think about that.
Think about it. That's an important thing.
If you didn't know, if you're not from that world and don't know that, I guess you're like, what's this guy doing?
What's this guy doing?
Should we talk about moshing real quick?
A perfect segue.
Okay. Moshing. What an insane evolution it had from the early 80s to even now.
Yeah.
The rise of like the karate mosh in hardcore.
Yeah.
Do you watch that happen in real time?
Yeah, for sure.
Who do you attribute to as the innovators of mosh style?
Like modern?
Modern
know,
and
man.
late 80s, 90s. Who are the guys who you saw?
Minus is one of them.
Yeah, big
Saab,
time.
Minus and Saab are in the mix of that. Kevin.
Who do you think? Who was the first guy you ever saw spin kick?
That I don't know.
We love
That
that.
I don't
we
know.
love to ask people who would have been there, you know?
I definitely remember like that started coming into play because I remember watching people mosh in the older days when I was younger, watching and like I was always intrigued by that moshing and stage. Who isn't?
It's the best.
Who isn't? You know what I mean? Like people watching is like, what better than to like watch people do that?
But that's way more creepy crawl, kind of going in the circle.
Yeah.
Mutual slamming rather than like this beautiful.
And there were guys that were great at that. John Watson, right? Like,
Yeah.
you've heard his name.
Yeah.
He was a standout guy from like the earlier period. Funny thing is though, like John Watson was dancing the last time we played Brooklyn.
That's what it's all about.
John Watson gets it in.
That's
what
fucking
it's
cool.
And he looks great. And he's like, has aged really well. And like, cause he's like my brother's generation. So he's like, they're like 10, 12, whatever years older than me. He's an older cat, and that's like a cosign that's awesome because he doesn't necessarily, have to be into our band, like, but he like supports all like the newer bands, like, to
awesome.
him.
Were you active in the pit?
I was.
Like when
I
you-
was sometimes, yeah. Yeah, not like all the time, but like I would get out there for sure.
I mean, you're moshing during Madball every time.
Well, yeah, there's that. But like a friend's band or like if something, AF, of course,
Yeah.
or like, Crown of Thorns when they first came out, I danced a lot. Killing Time, if they ever came on, like if it
Yeah.
gets me going,
Gotcha, yeah.
I'm out there.
Were you at the Killing Time last show at CB's in 1990?
No, I was not there. That's a great show.
Isn't it unbelievable?
That's a great show.
I had a tape back in the day.
I wish I
actually.
was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah.
I have a tape, or I had a tape back in the day that was that set and then a Madball set, but not the same show, obviously.
Right.
But just coincidentally, it was.
Yeah, that show just like was awesome. Yeah, it was like everything about it was they sounded great. The people were like the reaction was great. That was awesome. It's
one of our favorites.
But yeah, there's certain bands that would get me going.
Okay.
Yeah, to answer your question, yes. And then modern mosh guys, yeah, I mean like from like the early 90s that I'm thinking like guys that stand out. Yeah, then there were guys. Okay, so there was this guy. Danny was a guy. I don't remember his last name. There was a guy named Danny who was like kind of like a bulkier guy who danced really hard. Danny, I'm sorry, I can't remember your last name. And then there was this other cat. It was like an Asian cat, but like darker complexion. So I don't know where he had been from. Not Filipino. I don't know if he might have been Filipino. I'm not sure. And we had a lot of like Filipino homies, Chinese homies, but like I didn't know him like that. But he would do a lot of kicks. And he wore like a black bandana and like black. He like dressed in black. He had like a style. Like he was like, and I can't remember this guy's name. I want to like, hopefully like we'll dig him up and find out who he is. But that dude got it in
Okay.
the 90s. That you would always see him dancing and like kicking and doing stuff. And then like your usual suspects that I named from various bands would jump in there and dance. And who else? Rat Bones cannot cannot go unmentioned, actually. Rat Bones is originally a Detroit guy who moved to New York and was very, very, very much in the mix. Diving from crazy angles and just like getting it in. So yeah, there were some guys.
I love it.
Now, Colin.
I did the spin. I did a lot of that. I kind of like that move. Like that came in the 90s.
Okay.
Like the swirling, the spinning of the arm.
Oh, like the windmill.
The windmill deal. Yeah, I like that one.
Classic.
I utilized that one. I'm
seen
in a
it.
Biohazard video doing that.
Okay.
If you pay close attention to, is it Shades of Grey?
Shades of Grey.
Or
Did Paris direct it? Or was that
probably Shades of Grey. It wasn't the Onyx one. I was there for the Onyx one, but I didn't get in the video.
Okay.
But I think you see me and like Rick, 25, and like maybe Kevin, like just there's a few of us dancing, and I'm doing like you see me kind of doing like my detached arm
I love it.
thing. Yeah.
The New York Hardcore Documentary.
Yeah.
Such a fascinating look into this time. How do you reflect on its legacy, and have you revisited it since that time?
I mean, I haven't watched it all the way through. I'll see clips pop up like online, and I have fond memories of it. It was like a really good time. It was like the contrast of like that moment versus when like I said, when we first started playing.
Yeah.
Like when we played NYU to like 25 people.
Yeah.
That was like in a few years, it was a big change.
I mean,
and
you're
that
like the band in that.
Yeah, and it documented that. Like that Frank put that together, right? Frank Pavich did that one, and good guy too. And and like, no one was like doing documentaries on but there was definitely a resurgence, and someone had the bright idea to document it, and it was great. It was at like Coney Island High, right?
Yeah.
So Coney Island High was dope.
What a show.
Yeah.
July 29th, 1995. So like 3 months after Dynamo. Same year.
Yeah.
Crazy year. And
Yeah.
also kind of the definition of a hardcore band is you can go and play Dynamo, and you can go and play Coney Island, and you don't change what you do.
No.
It's the same shit.
We only knew, we knew what we knew.
Yeah.
And this is a year after you're saying 50 people are coming to see you. And
Probably.
People have had time to digest, set it off.
Yeah.
And here it is.
Yeah, we were playing little scrappy places in New York for the first little bit. Like, besides like the AF shows or like bigger shows, when we would try to play on our own, it was pretty light. We played like, the Scrapyard and Avenue B, and like we played like NYU, some weird thing. And so, yeah, but 94-ish, 95, all of a sudden, the scene wakes up.
Yeah.
And then, like I said, then there's like Crown of Thorns comes in, Bulldoze comes in, 25 to Life, which...
Speaking of which...
when Bulldoze invented the in my opinion, beatdown.
100%.
Yeah.
I just got to clear that up because I see, there's always like stuff that you see written and you're like, I don't know if that's accurate. Like we were talking something about us. I don't know if it's on Apple. I don't know what platform it's on.
It is on Apple. It says that in your description.
Yeah, I was like, you got to change that because I never considered us a beat down hardcore band. We're a hardcore band. I mean, I know we've been called tough guy hardcore, which is also corny. we're just Madball, bro.
Hardcore.
Like, just deal with it. It's
really definitive hardcore music.
I'm sorry, man. Like, it's not traditional, like as traditional as like early AF. It's not this. It's not that. It's just us. It's just what we do. But it's like, stop trying to give us all these like additional titles, like subtitles, like like we're not Beatdown. Beatdown is Bulldoze. Like when they did that stuff, everyone was doing different stuff. And I love that. And that should always be the case. And they were the ones that were like, gung, 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 gung. And I was like, that's pretty dope. Like, okay, go ahead, go, do your thing, Kev. All right, go ahead. Go ahead and do that, Yeah, and I danced to plenty of Bulldoze shows. So, yeah.
In the
They're Beatdown band, not us, okay?
in the documentary, I think you present yourself really, really well.
I do.
You're like a young guy.
In the interview.
In the interview.
Oh, all right.
I think you're very like
I
eloquent.
feel like I was shy.
You and Ezek, I think, are
Yes.
like
you're like the young guys
Yeah.
who are just
Yeah.
like, I don't, Ezek, what does Ezek say? He's like, I don't even like hardcore. I like the Cranberries.
Yeah.
But you come off really well.
Well, thank you, man.
And then to see,
I always thought I looked awkward. Like anytime I look back on that, I'm like, I'm so
you have the great shot.
You're 19.
so awkward.
You're 19.
And I was
Yeah.
awkward. I had never really been like in that kind of, on a documentary.
They give you the best shot. You're on the water.
That's a cool shot.
It's awesome.
Yeah,
It's
that's
awesome.
a cool shot.
But then the
and they
show-
showed me with my dog, right?
Yeah,
Rocco.
yeah, I
Rest
think
in
so.
Peace. Yeah, my one of my old dogs. Yeah.
But then the show itself, the actual Madball set, which is all out there, pro shot. I think
Yeah.
only Set It Off is in the documentary. However, the clip of you playing New York City is like very popular
Okay.
in our world.
Oh, okay.
And there's just like little parts in it. There's a part where Stigma's just like flexing during the song, which is incredible.
Which he did a lot.
During,
which is awesome.
During the little bridge part before the breakdown, you like fix Matt's mic so he can sing that part.
Yeah,
And he's like
makes sense.
smiling. It's just like this awesome moment. And then the pit for What Can I Do
Yeah.
goes so fucking crazy. And
Yeah.
it's exactly what like young me hoped it looked like. You know what I
Right.
mean? Also in that set, Roger comes out
Yeah.
and plays Crucified.
Yes.
And in that moment, there are like every New York hardcore head is in there. Caesar District 9,
Oh yeah.
Toby was
Puerto
there,
Rican Mike was dancing.
Jimmy G is
Bunch.
there, and Rick to Life.
Rick to
Yes,
life, man.
yes,
Rick
for sure.
is
Yeah, he's in the mix. Yeah.
Rick is like such a central part of the New York hardcore story, and in this documentary,
Yeah. Yeah.
that is not the case now. Like you sing on Loyal to the Grave.
Self-inflicted, by the
That's
way.
what, and that I would love to know. Just kind of when did Rick's place in New York hardcore start to fall apart?
I think it happened earlier than people realize. And I don't want to give him too much airtime because I have a motto that's like, I don't want to give credibility to those who don't really deserve it or have lost it,
Sure.
in a dishonorable way.
Yeah.
But I will, for the sake of like this conversation, of course,
History.
elaborate a little bit, and for the sake of history. Yeah, I think that it wasn't at that time. I mean, that was like 25 was coming out and everyone was happy and had their bands and things were fine. But maybe later 90s, things started to surface. And I think that was the start of it. Beyond that, when he went full-blown cuckoo, that's his own, I don't know, when that happened. But, there were always signs of, instability in character. And there were a lot of passes given because of friendships.
Sure.
Lots. That I won't even say on this thing, because I could really dismantle people, but I don't do that. I don't get down like that. But lots of passes were given. And it's unfortunate that people use friendships to sort of get away with shit, And it's not the way I operate. But so there was a lot of that. There were some years of that where it was
build
like
up
you're
and
getting
build up.
away with a lot because of the company you keep and the scene that you're from. And then ultimately that wore out its welcome. That whole thing dissolved and then started to become like, hey man, you're gonna have to just be accountable for your actions on your own at this point,
Got it.
But yeah, that happened probably earlier than the internet dictates.
Interesting.
You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
sense.
You know what I'm saying? But then now you see the unraveling of people and all that. But there was always signs of weird character things and pathological behavior. Always.
His distro is,
Yeah.
other
And then
people's
when
stuff.
all the things he would say later on, online, that I would get secondhand or third hand, I'd be like, dude,
Yeah.
just
how-
outright lies. Outright made up
Sure.
stories or taking a story that he may have heard secondhand and making it his own and then throwing my name in it or something. It's huh? And then the posturing, it's come on, man, you're not.
what was when you first heard he called you Sad Ball? What's your
It's
reaction
kind of
to that?
funny.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny.
Sadball and
Yeah, I don't take myself that seriously. I can laugh at something like that.
It's funny.
And it might have even been something he said to me, like, when things were okay.
Yeah, right.
And
like, I was like upset about something and like jokingly might have even been so. Touche.
It's one of the funnier ones.
Yeah.
That one's good.
Good for you.
100 Scumbags is good for
my
100
God.
Demons. And then
Yeah, he just went crazy.
Wisdom in a Cock Ring for
boy.
Wisdom and Shame.
Weird.
Out of his fucking mind.
You got to laugh at it because otherwise, like, it can't be taken seriously.
No.
And, to the younger folks out there that don't know, I mean, it is kind of messed up when, like, you don't know. It's out of context for some people, or they don't know one person from the other, or any backgrounds. So if they happen to like that band, I know you're a 25 to Life guy. And I mean, they had some cool stuff, I mean, was not my favorite band to come out of New York, but I mean, they had some cool stuff that they put out. I'll give them some credit. And they had a lot of guys.
You're on a song. And it's great.
Later on. That's a whole other story, but yeah. Isaac pushed me to do that one. I was like, I kind of don't want to do it. All right, well, let's go. But we did it. Whatever, it doesn't matter. But we knew, like, the original squad were like all our friends.
Yeah.
So we were rooting them on. And they definitely, like, started to, like, gain a fan base and, like, make noise. So yeah, I'm not going to take that away from them. Yeah.
But he took it
in
away
that
from
regard,
himself.
they were important to the scene in that respect, But unfortunately, I can walk anywhere in the world. I can go into any show anywhere in the world, my head up. And if you can't do that, it speaks volumes of your character.
100%.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't care where I am in the world, and especially New York. Like, if you can't go into a show in your own scene that you came from,
what's the point?
Says something.
It does.
But,
How do you feel? How do you feel about the rest of the kind of selection of casts, the various characters in the documentary? Do you feel it was an accurate assessment of New York hardcore?
It was them being them. I mean, like, E was like kind of funny and like nervous. He always has this nervous laugh that he does still to this day, probably, and like. He was being himself. Puerto Rican Mike was funny. Being Puerto Rican
Caesar
Mike.
from District 9.
Caesar
Maybe
and
the
Puerto
star
Rican
of
Mike,
this.
that
So
combo
funny.
were hilarious.
Yeah.
Who else is in there?
VOD.
Remind me.
And then, isn't there one of the Cricien?
108.
Yeah, 108.
Yeah,
all in there.
homie from 108. Yeah. I mean, you saw all the different personalities.
It's fascinating.
So
Yeah, it is fascinating.
anything that's authentic is okay in my book.
Yeah.
Agreed.
You know?
In the Madball set, in one of this incredible clip of Stigma grabbing the mic, saying, "That's Freddy Madball. That's the new king right there."
Stiggy.
Do you feel as if a new king has risen since?
Well, I mean, I don't know about that, but I appreciate that he views me in that way, and I mean, to get the cosign from him, my brother, Jimmy, because those guys have all said something similar like that at some point or another, and I'm like, man, listen, man, I'm just trying to honor like the opportunity that I was given.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to honor that, and I will forever do that. I will forever be a defender of the core and the culture, and like protector and like, I don't know. I don't know if I'm a king or whatever, however you want it. I mean, I'm flattered.
Yeah.
I'm flattered by the title, especially being endorsed by someone like Vinny.
Who you've known your whole life.
Who I've known my whole life, but yeah, I mean,
And there's got to be
flattering, it's awesome.
Yeah, there's got to be some pride for him of like this kid that we chose when he was a child to build this thing around.
Well, that's how
is sticking with it.
I mean, that's exactly how he views it, I guess, right? Because he saw me from being a scared little 7-year-old, going up there super timid, to like the documentary where I had started to find a little bit more of a stride, a little bit more of a comfort zone. Still wasn't fully there. I don't think I still was great about great at communicating with people as much. I was more like all about business, like play the song, and then I'm in. You know, like just, you know, but like, you know, you find that as you grow in this thing, you get more comfortable in all those areas. But the fact that, yeah, he said that was awesome. And it's got to be something for him to see a little kid grow into a man and like still, you know, take that and do something. So yeah,
I mean, he got Madball tattooed on his head like 3 years ago. You know?
Yeah, it wasn't like it was in '95.
That's new.
No, it was like new.
That's love.
That's love.
Yeah.
That's love. That's love. And he got to see my daughter sing, which I thought was a special moment.
Oh, wow.
Like a full circle moment for me, since we're on that topic. We played punk rock bowling, and we finally got to play like the actual punk rock bowling, like the main stage. And it was cool. It was like in the middle of the street, like a bunch of people there watching. So it was a good show. And I brought my daughter out. My family was with me there, and I brought her out to sing It's My Life.
How old is she?
She was 9 at the time.
Perfect. That's your song.
Or 8 or 9 at the time.
That's your song that they gave you.
But Vinny was there.
Whoa.
So that's what made it extra special, because AF were going to play either they played the day before or we're going to play the next day or something. AF were in town. And Vinny and Gallo were at the show. And yeah, there's like videos of it, but like pictures of it, but you can see Stigma in the back with a big smile on his face. And like imagine seeing from his perspective, his viewpoint. I was 7.
Yeah.
You know.
The kid's kid.
The
kid's kid.
Yeah. Wow.
So yeah, that's pretty cool.
That's
man.
awesome.
It's pretty cool.
How'd she do?
She did great.
All right.
Yeah, if you look up the videos, man, she did great. She bounced around up there. Yeah, she did good. And she definitely likes music. I'll tell you another funny little. Can I interject?
Please,
Can I insert one thing about my daughter about this? So she's got a very eclectic taste in music, like myself. And I have a daughter and a son. My son's 14, and they're both, you know, they're fantastic, and their mother, of course. I'm big on family. I'm all about my family, but. My daughter has similar music taste to me, being like she likes 90s hip hop and like all this, like very similar. Like, you know, she'll know like a Fleetwood Mac song or something. Like she'll know, like it's like random. Like she's got like a really like she retains lyrics. Like
cool. And then
crazy.
Loves Victim in Pain.
How did you know?
I felt it.
So I think she might have heard it. We were like showed them a little clips of the documentary, my brother's documentary, and like it's the intro, and immediately like resonated with her, the song.
Whoa.
And so she plays soccer. So before we go to a soccer game, she always requests Victim in Pain.
Get pumped up
to go to play the soccer game. And I don't think I've told my brother this. I don't think I've told Vinny this. So they might even hear it on here first time or whatever, but she requests Victim in Pain. And I'm like, how does this happen? Like, I didn't push it on her. I didn't say, you have to listen to this record from start to finish. Nothing like that at all. This was like her mind. Like she heard the song and it did something for her. And then like specifically requests that song when she's about to go play a game to get her like.
You know, in X-Men, when, you know, mutants have this moment in their lives where they discover their superpowers.
Yeah.
It's basically that. Hearing Victim in Pain in that documentary was like her blood fully formed, and there she was.
She could pick any song at this point.
Unbelievable.
I mean, she's a 10-year-old. Like now she's a 10-year-old little girl. I mean, of all songs, Victim in Pain.
That's crazy.
That's awesome.
Okay.
Without your like distinct guidance.
No. Yeah.
It was in her blood.
Yeah, it's
wild.
DNA.
It's wild.
Unlocked. When does Stigma leave Madball to become, and I quote you, a famous tattooist?
A famous tattooist, yeah. He's still working on that, by the way. But 97, 6, 7, 6, 7.
So right around Demonstrate My Style.
Yeah. I want to say he was with us on a couple of Demonstrate My Style tours in Europe.
Okay.
Okay.
So let's just say 97.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. It was sad to see him like
Yeah.
depart from like the tour.
But man, he stuck around, you know?
Yeah.
He really fucking did it.
Yeah, he stuck around, man. He it's like he saw us off.
Yeah. Right.
You know? He was like, he came with us, we got going, and then he was like, okay, guys,
Yeah.
you got it from here.
Yeah.
And then soon after that, AF came back. Yeah.
So there was a
we're
minute
talking
where he wasn't playing music.
Oh yeah, he was with us. I mean, he was playing with Madball, but like he wasn't playing AF.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well, AF would
Yeah,
demonstrate
yeah.
my style, and AF
Yeah.
coming back kind of happened simultaneously. We'll get there in a second. That's
Yeah,
a cool thing.
I did. Something
Demonstrate my style.
Yeah.
You did it again. Second LP, back on Roadrunner, back with Jamie Locke. Tell me thoughts and feelings from this time. What comes to mind with this record?
Definitely feeling like we've grasped, like we had kind of have our own sound going by this point. I mean, I think that started with Dropping Many Suckers, very early like stages, but then grew more, would set it off, and then by Demonstrate My Style, we're like this, like that, like kind of, hence the name, but like it has many metaphors, but like, yeah, we kind of like our style is this, you know, this is our version of hardcore.
Sure.
It's taking from the old school, you know, taking from all these, you know, like well, my cadence, the whole thing, you know, like Maddie's writing style, Hoyer's writing style, all that in a pot makes Madball.
Yeah.
And like, I think that it was more defined and refined by Demonstrate My Style, I would say. And there's probably more new songs.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Because Set It Off is like half
Yeah.
old Madball.
Is this you lyrically across the board here?
Yeah, for sure.
So that's really the first real time we're start to finish.
Yeah, Set It Off, I would say.
Minus.
Minus like one,
Okay.
one song or song and a half. But like, yeah. So yeah, Set It Off, I started my own lyrics, but Demonstrate Myself,
But like
for
the
sure,
whole
for
thing,
sure.
yeah.
Yeah, I would say, yeah, I'm pretty sure the whole thing
intro?
is my lyrics, yeah.
Come on. So cool.
Yeah.
Awesome.
You guys really
It
understand.
was different. It
was
was different.
You understand the importance of the title track. Of like, okay, this one's gonna represent the album.
Yeah.
Let's go crazy on this one.
Yeah.
I think you're 21 around this time, something like that. 2021, 96.
96, I'm 21, yeah.
I think any other 21-year-old saying hardcore is my life, I'll carry the name, would feel disingenuous. But here it is objectively true.
Yeah, exactly. That's like, those are like, could be cringeworthy lyrics, but it's completely honest.
Yeah.
Completely honest.
Yeah.
So how has
And it rhymed with whatever I needed it to rhyme with
right
at that point. So.
there you go. That's half the battle.
Yeah.
How has hardcore changed by 96? And how has like the inner operations of Madball changed by this time?
Not drastically from 95. I will say yes, drastically in Europe. Drastically in Europe.
It caught on?
It caught on in Europe. So much so that for Demonstrate My Style, we actually went out to do promo in Europe without playing a solitary show.
It's the dream.
Like radio and press and
All
stuff?
that.
Wow.
I had never done that.
Yeah.
And we were like, what? You want to fly us out to Europe to
Talk?
do interviews?
Yeah.
Like, really? So we did that for that record. I guess Set It Off, broke some ground, Dynamo, these things start happening. So Roadrunner takes us a little bit more seriously as a band. And so they put a little bit of oomph into us for Demonstrate My Style.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm grateful for it. I mean, it helped us cement something there that we still have today there. You know, we did like crazy promo, played crazy festivals, like the weirdest bands, the most eclectic styles of band. Like, it was like Los Lobos, Madball, and Korn. Like, it was one show, and then like some other thing with like a rap band, like a Spoke Riders. They were like this Dutch rap band, and like us, and then like Lords of Brooklyn. And like it's like the most. Holland had like the illest lineups of bands. Like they're like,
And is that working?
it was so working.
Okay.
It was like they were ahead of their time. Like
Alternative,
whoever was
just
putting
alternative.
together those Dutch festivals, Holland. I mean, Dynamo was a Dutch festival. They were onto something. They were mixing, crossing genres and mixing stuff, but somehow they were making it work.
It's still the best place over there, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Um,
For sure.
Yeah. Pride, Times Are Changing, music video
Yeah.
from this record.
Big chair. Huge chair.
Big chair.
And New York Hardcore's big chair
You know,
budget.
Vinny said it, so I had to have a throne.
Aha. I see.
It's like a classic NYHC song, start to finish.
It's still your live closer, you know?
One
of, yeah.
It
We alternate it now, but yeah, Pride is still one of the big ones.
It's got that whole intro, big sing-along kind of song. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Was this chosen with Europe in mind, or was it just a random thing? Because they love to sing along over there. So much.
Funny thing about Pride is it was a song that didn't come together until the very end. And Maddie was instrumental in that. I think this is heavily Maddie's song, my lyrics. It was like a hodgepodge of stuff, and somehow we were like, this is gonna be a cool song, but it wasn't put together in the right order. And then we somehow finagled that. Maddie did, mainly. I got to give him his props on that. And then we listened back. We're like, okay, now it's what it's supposed to be. And yeah, I don't know why we chose that. I think, again, because it had like a catchier chorus.
It's an anthem.
Yeah, it's an anthem.
Feels like an anthem.
Yes,
There you go.
correct. It had an anthemic vibe to it. And I love the fact that like it kept like, I don't know, New York hardcore has always been a little bit influenced by like Oi,
Yeah, definitely.
whether people want to admit it or not. Even like going back to like our stuff with like when we did The Blame. That's like whoever's song that is originally. But like, you know, we kind of like became our song, and like we loved doing that song. Like, so it was like we always had that element in our music. Madball did, you know.
I mean, if you took-
AF has it in
Yeah,
a different
big time,
way.
absolutely.
We kind of, it manifests itself in different ways with our bands, but like, yeah, there's always that element, and I feel like Pride has that.
If you close the hi-hat, sang a little more melodically, that's a Cox Bar song. You know, like
okay, there
straight
you
up.
go.
Like it's
See what
all
I'm saying?
the DNA
And
is
I'll
all
take
there.
that. That's a compliment. You know what I mean? So it's like, yeah, it's like we weren't like thinking like that. Like we want this to sound like a Business or a Cox Bar or whatever.
Sure.
Cockney Rejects, whatever. But like,
It's just a big
I think it's
song.
there.
Yeah.
I think it's just there.
It's all there.
You know, and we always enjoyed doing those kind of songs for sure.
Do you know the amount of band names and record labels you've given via lyrics? Like you've given. There's probably a band name for every Madball
I know there's a
song.
band name Set It Off.
Yeah, there
Band name
is.
Set
Because
It
my
Off.
buddy Matty manages them, and I don't know if it's directly related to Madball, but
Yeah, come on.
you gotta
It
wonder.
ain't the movie.
You gotta wonder. Yeah, yeah.
This movie's killing me. I'm Googling Set It Off
Queen
shirts,
Latifah.
and I'm getting this
Who's it
fucking
like? Queen
movie.
Latifah, Jada.
I know,
Jada
I'm sick of
Pinkett.
it.
Yeah, yeah.
I won't watch
Forget the movie.
For real, man. Streets of Hate Records. Alex
There's
Casey,
a
you know?
record label.
Oh
Did you
yeah,
say?
it's a great one
Yeah,
too.
it's a good
Oh
one.
yeah, okay.
There's many Madball songs are something else now. So
Okay,
you're doing a great service
Oh man.
to all.
Respect
right.
to all of you who are inspired by that.
So would you say '96 is when Madball in Europe really becomes kind of what it is today, or
Definitely
as we know it?
a big. It was a big push, and we like planted a very serious flag there, like, and did some good tours and some more festivals because we weren't familiar with the whole festivals scene, and we started to do more festivals.
And all that is longevity. You know what I mean? That's guaranteeing
Absolute.
your band being able to go.
Yep.
And just go and go. So it's so important and difficult.
Yes.
It's
we have
instrumental, man. I can't. I mean, we're now finally starting to get on festivals in the States. I've been trying to do it for years because I just saw how well it worked in Europe. And it's not even speaking from like a business mind, but it definitely works from a business standpoint. But just from, like you said, a longevity standpoint, having the opportunity to play those festivals just extends your life, and like, because otherwise you're just playing to the same crowds over and over. But now your crowd broadens, and there's going to be the people that don't care for hardcore, but then there's always going to be a few that are like, hey, I dig that stuff. Like whatever that is, I want to check it out more, and
It's how
it
grows.
opens up a door for other people.
And like America's really kind of like that proof of concept in Europe, the Hellfests and all that. That's like kind of just now. Like Louder Than Life is every band. And it's really, you just got to do that and assemble everyone and everything grows.
Yeah. Absolutely. I've been talking to Tim Boer's my booking agent here in America and has been for like 20 plus years. And I was always like, are there more festivals that we can get on out here? Because I feel like that would kind of spark something for us here, because it just always works so well in Europe. And mind you, in Europe, one day we'll be doing some massive festival, and it'll go well, and we'll have like a cool reaction, and like it'll be cool. And the next day we're playing a little club. Yeah. So it's not like it's, like it hasn't like shot us into this like, category of like whatever, but it helps. It helps keep the clubs more full. And it helps us expose our culture to like different people.
Absolutely.
Year after year after year. It was not only in Dynamo, it was like still today, like we play a festival and it's like there's somebody watching
for the first time,
or a hardcore band for the first time. And
throughout all the ebbs and flows of hardcore growing and leveling out, how do you feel about where it is now? I feel it's great. Man. I feel, I was asked that recently, and I think it's in a really good place. It's tougher for, what's the word they use for us? Legacy bands or whatever. I don't know, man. I'm just a band. Like, we just do what we do. You know what I mean? But like, yes, I get it. It's tougher for legacy bands in the States. Yeah. Not in Europe. But it's fine. At the same time, like, so what? Like, deal with it. Yeah. Just get in their face. Yeah. I got offered, can I even say it? I got offered a tour recently that I'm going to do that I'm not going to say because I don't know if I can say it. I don't know when this will drop, but, it's a band that's new and young and hot right now, and rightfully so. And they asked us to do a tour or a segment of a tour. And I had no ego about it. I'm like, main support. That's also, I don't have the pressure of closing. That's the Terror method. That's just we'll fucking play with you. And kudos to Terror, man. They were with that. They were with that too. Like we're the same. Like in that regard, like we don't have any egos like that. Like we'll open up for you. Yeah, no problem. And maybe it gets flipped on another. Like I brought a bunch of bands out to Europe to do my rebellion thing. And like that's right. Hey, we didn't even. We owe you a rebellion.
The day there was the day we were flying out.
Same.
The travel ban happened for COVID.
Yeah. I had to make an executive decision.
Yeah, you made the call. That's right.
About the tour.
Vitalo showed us the text.
If the tour's going to happen or not.
Yeah, he made the call, which is crazy. A lot of pressure.
But
it was us, Madball. It was Madball, Knocked Loose.
Yeah,
us,
check out this lineup. Us, Knocked Loose, Harm's Way,
and Dagger Threat, a German band.
Aha, yes, I know Dagger Threat.
And
which would have been a killer.
Yeah.
I literally,
rebellion tour.
At the end of that night, I like emailed this place and was like, hey, I need a job.
Wow.
And that was how I started the IT shit. But anyway, I forgot all about all of that.
The whole world went upside down at that point, but that was a tough one because I had worked hard to get together that lineup.
That was going to
smash. Great lineup.
That lineup was going to
And Knocked Loose hadn't quite yet.
Yeah.
gotten
Now
to.
it's yeah.
Oh,
now they're
never.
on
Now I'd be like,
Metallica.
yo, when are you gonna bring me on tour? Homie? Yes, let's go.
Straight up.
But like, it would have been cool. It would have been really cool, and sadly, it didn't happen. But you know,
We'll
and
get
then by
there.
the time we got out of all that,
Yeah.
it's like I'm not gonna ask them to try to. I'm gonna try to do that tour again. Like that's a wrap.
Back to 1996. Here we go.
Yeah.
In the middle of a Madball set.
Yeah.
After you spend time talking
What'd I do
about...
now? What'd I do
No,
now?
this is good. This is good. You're going to love it. After talking about remembering the roots of the genre, which we're all about. Like, that's what this is all about at the end of the day.
We love to know stuff.
Yeah.
Agnostic Front reunites in the middle of your set.
Is that at Wetlands?
Yes. How was that in the works far in advance, or was that
No.
a spur of the moment thing?
That was spontaneous.
Really?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
That's so
Completely spontaneous. I looked around and I saw my brother, Rob Kabula, maybe Ray Bees jumped on the drums, or was Will there? No, Will, because Will was playing. Will was playing with us.
Because Ray drummed for AF at some point, didn't he? Like early on.
Ray drummed for AF very early on, and I got a little. I'm gonna insert a little lore for you.
Please.
Ray played a Madball set once.
No shit.
Yes.
Wow.
At the Continental in New York, we had a show. Something happened. I don't know why it came to be this way, but Ray Bees played drums. It was me. It was Hoya, Vinny, Ray, myself.
So Hoya's already in... So this is like 93 or something?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a lineup.
It was... Rest in peace, Ray, but it was horrific. It was horrific. But
That's not where I
but
expected that to go.
classic.
Yeah.
Nonetheless.
Yeah.
Nonetheless, classic.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like I wouldn't have it any other way. Like I love that happened.
Unbelievable.
I love that happened. And we basically did all the, ball destruction
Yeah,
stuff.
of course.
Because what is Ray only knows, like United Blood stuff.
Yeah.
So that was like one of those random, weird, impromptu Madball sets that like, yeah, it was crazy. But back to your thing.
Yeah.
I feel like Ray played us. I don't know. I feel like he was part of it, but no, I'm talking about Ray. Maybe Jimmy Coletti might have been there. That's what it was, something like that. But like part of the old lineup was there, and I invited them up to play Crucify, right? Or
Yeah, and
something.
Victim in Pain.
Yeah. They just kept going with it.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, you might as well just go ahead and just play a show at this point. But like, so yeah, I was like, hey, AF's here, so they're gonna do, and then. Yeah, it was like very impromptu. It was not like we didn't talk about it like leading up to it really. Like it was like, yeah.
It's
And
awesome.
then I think
That's crazy.
put a bug, in my brothers, like they start, they go, oh, maybe there is still something here. But and mind you, the scene is now vibrant again or getting there, like growing again. And there's all these younger people now. Younger, like my generation,
And they booked a 2-night reunion in the same venue, like the same year.
Exactly.
So clearly that put the...
Yeah, exactly.
The bug in
so it's reciprocated, I returned the favor. They put me on, I put them on.
I feel like it's one of the only genres in the world where that can happen.
100%.
Too.
Yeah.
In a spontaneous.
And now
sense.
look at them. We're all still doing what we do, but like, yeah.
Pardon this interruption. We hate to keep you even more than a second from this unbelievable part 2 with Freddy Madball, but we got to tell you about 3 very important things really quickly, all of which this episode would not have been possible without.
That's
the
right.
first is Guilty Party, the greatest menswear store in all of North America.
I am wearing a pair of samurai Baker pants right now. They're green. They are so comfortable, so lovely. I got them from Guilty Party.
That's right. And you can get them too if you use code HardLore. You're going to get 10% off and free shipping on all orders over $300. Bo was just telling you about the Samurai Baker pants. They also come in black, by the way. And just a few more recommendations for you. The Full Count 1101. To me, this is the quintessential men's jeans. They're part of the Osaka 5. The 5 brands that really spearheaded the Japanese denim boom.
Of course.
And this is the perfect blue pair, which, we should all have.
Who doesn't need it?
And to me, the GOAT, the Free Note Modesto. I wear these most days. I have them in 3 colors. Now you need no more recommendations. There you go. Any of those three, you're set for life. They have new items every single week. Jackets, boots, pants, socks, belts,
Scents, candles.
and all you need is a few items to realistically change your entire life. Code HardLore, Guilty Party. This episode is also brought to you by Mills Vintage, the greatest collection of vintage hardcore, metal, and punk memorabilia on the whole of the internet.
We get asked all the time, where'd you get that shirt? Where'd you find that shirt? How did you get that shirt? The answer is simple.
10% of the time, I got it from Vic at Mills Vintage. 90% of the time, I already had it because I've liked all of my things that I like for a really long time. It's never a bootleg. But millsvintageusa.com is the best place, even just as an archive. Go through there. Look at all the coolest shit ever made. Agnostic Front, Madball, Breakdown, everything we talk about in this incredible episode. You can see damn near everything they ever made.
That's right. They got punk, metal, hardcore, hip hop, all kinds of adjacent stuff. You never know what you're going to find. And also, Vic is looking to trade. He's looking to reel and deal. If you happen to be in New York, if you happen to be in Los Angeles, you can go to Varsity and visit Mills Vintage, see what you can work out.
Or just message him on Instagram, show him your stuff. He'll send you an offer. Then they'll send it to me or Bo. And then the cycle continues. That's code HardLore, 10% off. Mills Vintage USA, site-wide. Lastly, this episode is brought to you by Dynamo Guitars. Dynamo guitars are the guitars for heavy music, used by many of your favorite artists. Sang with Sugabog, Power Trip, Primitive Man. They got custom guitars coming. And your least favorite artist, me. We all use them. They have a variety of different tones, and the 25.5-inch scale allows for better tuning stability.
That's right. We're talking baritone, bass sixes, 7-string, all new 7-string that's sold real good. They got it all. They got everything you need. You can tune low, you can play slow, you can do all the stuff you want.
That's right. And you can either find your dream guitar in the USA Custom Shop. Look at that. I got a kill switch right there.
I could hear that.
You can go
sustain.
beep, 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 just
ever
like
heard
you've
of
always
AFI?
wanted to.
Mm-hmm.
Or grab an essential stripped down Dynamo DE. These are made in the factory with love.
Look at it.
You can do all the stuff. And if you use code HardLore, you're getting 15% off. Listen to me. 15% off a guitar.
A whole guitar. Why would you not do that?
Don't be an idiot and waste this moment, okay? Go to DunableGuitars.com. Use code HardLore. Get the deal, man. And also be on the lookout to your local Dunable dealers for the all-new upcoming Cryptid series. Spooky, scary, heavy. These are upgraded USA Dunables that are only available from their dealers. So use code HardLore, get 15% off, and enjoy this episode. Time for LP3.
Okay.
Look My Way.
Okay.
This is your last record with Roadrunner. Do you approach this the same going into it? Thematically, musically, lyrically?
We approached it different from a studio standpoint. We didn't do Jamie. We did Dean Bartolonas, which was Maddie's close friend, our friend. He was a friend to all of us, but Maddie was especially close with him. And they did a lot of studio stuff together. And he was branching out, trying to like establish himself, doing his own studio and doing whatever. So we threw him that record. And again, it was in Mass.
Oh, yeah.
Like I said, we never recorded in New York. Maybe it's like a bad thing if we record in New York. Maybe it's like a bad omen. So we went to Mass, Boston area.
Well, Ball of Destruction was Don
Oh
Fury,
my
right?
God. Yeah, what am I talking about? LPs.
LP.
Yeah, I
That
got
makes
you.
sense.
Okay, yeah.
That makes sense.
Duh.
Yeah.
Besides the Don Fury stuff.
Besides
Yeah,
None of
the
the
EPs,
major
yeah.
LPs.
Okay, LPs.
And
yeah,
I'm glad
makes
you
sense.
clarified that, because people are like, what? Where was Don Fury's? Boston?
Yeah.
No, you're right. So the first two EPs were New York.
Sure, LPs, we'll say.
The albums, the full albums. None of the full-length albums none of them have been recorded in New York. Jersey, yes, but not New York. So what was I saying? So yeah, we gave Dean a shot on this one, and on the strength of Maddie. And it was cool. We were down for that because we needed to change it up a little bit. Mm-hmm. We needed to 3 record or a couple records with Jamie. We need to like get a different flavor going. And so Maddie was heavily involved in that one production wise, like producing wise. And like, I mean, it was a darker record for us vibe wise. And I got more involved. There were some songs that I guess you could say some of the riffs were mine.
Really?
Which
Are you
was a
standing there going da na 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 na, or are you playing guitar?
No, I wasn't playing guitar. I can hack a guitar now, but like for some reason I was around all these like great musicians and I never like picked up an instrument and tried to like learn it just for writing purposes or whatever.
sure,
You
of
know,
course.
like it's shame on me for that. I have in the last little bit, I've started to do that a little bit, but it was like me. I stayed with Maddie. It was like we all stayed with Maddie because he was living there at the time, going to school in Boston. So we all stayed with him, and then we would go to Dean's and record. And I can't remember how much of the album we had written beforehand,
Oh, interesting.
but I feel like it was like half and half maybe. Like we had some stuff written, but then we'd be writing at Maddie's. But yeah, there were some songs where I can remember like humming a riff to Maddie and then he'd play it. And then there was like, that was probably the first record where I could say that I like came up with a riff, roundabout way.
Yeah, of course.
But yeah, same usual process. These guys with the riffs. And then the difference was Johnny LaFato was on drums at this point. So he brought his own kind of caveman style to the mix.
Yeah, the
which
more
was
like
good.
halftime mosh parts and
Yeah.
cut off.
Yeah.
What a track.
Yeah, musically it was
Hard.
musically it was different. Yeah, musically it was a little different. And
Yeah, you're going
yeah.
which is like that's very of the time, but you do it in a very Madball way.
Right.
Very good.
Yeah, it was. No, man, we were into it. I mean, I don't think it got the push that like other records got.
And is that Roadrunner's fault? Is that on you guys? What do you attribute that to?
Roadrunner's starting to go like more mainstream by this point, I think.
They got Nickelback by 97?
I
Or
don't, maybe 98. Yeah, it was 98 when it dropped.
Slipknot's not even there yet. I think
They're
that's like
almost
about
there.
to happen.
Oh,
so.
yeah, 99, right?
So maybe they got plans that they're starting.
Yeah, it's weird. It's like it didn't get the push that Demonstrate My Style got, and it was only like a couple of years later or whatever. But yeah, I mean, we toured for it. We did our part. We did some really cool tours off that album in the States. We did like a kind of infamous tour with Earth Crisis. It was like us, Earth Crisis, Hatebreed, Scarhead, and then the second half, instead of Hatebreed, it was Blood for Blood.
That'll do it. How was that tour?
Very cool. I mean, I don't know what record Earth Crisis would have been on, but I think it was one that was like pretty
That would have
big
been
for
Gomorrah, probably.
Yeah, I think
them.
so.
Gomorrah season
ends by then?
maybe.
Yeah.
So we were doing like a co-headline thing. Wow. Flip-flopping.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were popping at the time, and then we were on Look My Way. I mean, and it was doing good enough where like we were still going, doing our stuff. And yeah, Hatebreed was like opening up for us, all of us, which is funny to think about now. I remember watching them a bunch on that tour actually and thinking, this band's got something. Yeah, sure enough.
And that would have been like right when Satisfaction
That
came
was
out.
that record. They were playing that record, that Satisfaction record. And I thought, damn, this band's hard. And I
Scarhead
kind of knew
was-
Jamie because he had, I think, booked a couple shows for us in Connecticut. So like, I mean, we weren't like tight, but like I knew him and like, but I was like, damn, Jamie's band's pretty damn good. Yeah, and then Blood for Blood in the second half.
Legendary.
But that tour was like super long and like crazy. Crazy. Rowdy.
Yeah, I can see that.
Rowdy and like just, it's a miracle that the tour, like, that we made it out alive. But yeah, that was like one of the highlights of '98 of that Look My Way time. And in Europe, we had some good stuff happen, but didn't get the shine that demonstrate my style.
And you were, I mean, this was your last record with Roadrunner. Was that writing on the wall, or was that something?
Sort
you
of
said you
for-
signed for 1 million records. You did 3.
Sort of for us it was, and I'll give credit to Monty Connors and like the people that started to like climb up the ladder at Roadrunner at the time. They were guys that we knew, and I basically asked him, we asked him if we could leave and try other stuff.
Yeah.
Because I think we might have been locked in for one more album or something like that, and or an option, or I don't know. But we talked to Monty, and they had respect for us, so they were like, yeah, and he knew, like, maybe like you said, maybe like Nickelback, I don't know, something was coming in you know, like
Like,
that
okay,
was,
we
like,
can save that.
not hardcore, something
Sure.
that's
Yeah,
like
yeah,
more, you know, pop
Even
friendly
death
or
metal,
mainstream
probably, yeah.
or whatever, you know. And they
So
kinda,
Monty's at Nuclear Blast now.
yeah, he is.
Did
Yeah.
he? Are you on currently?
We're on
Nuclear
Nuclear Blast, yeah, full circle.
Look at that.
Yep, go figure, right? But yeah, no, he is. Yeah, he's there. But yeah, Monty was like, yo, man, I get it. I'm like, it's just, we feel like we're just not, you know,
Yeah.
getting
A
that
priority.
push anymore, that priority anymore. And I mean, I get it. I guess at that time, hardcore had like a ceiling, I guess. I mean, you know, so like, so yeah. So that's when we went over to Epitaph.
On Look My Way, the logo changed for the first time to the 3D one. Technology's booming.
I love this
Y2K is right
attention
around
to
the corner.
detail that you guys.
Oh, it starts.
Like even when you were just mentioning people's faces on the Coney Island show, like I love that. That's like
We
that's
love to
like
know
good.
things.
You guys are good at what you do.
Thanks, man.
Because
So
it's
are
like,
you.
It's the details, man. It's the
Sure,
details
it is.
that like
Why'd you change to
so
3D?
and so's face during this song.
Why did they feel that way?
Yeah,
You know, who
right,
were they?
right.
What made you want to change the
Logo.
iconic logo?
You know, I couldn't tell you, man. Of
Just
being
time?
fully honest with you, like I don't know. I think it was just part of the whole vibe of like changing studios, altering the sound a little bit. The writing, I think the whole theme just changed a little bit, and I think we were just trying to like, you know, we knew who we were, but also like freshen things
Yeah,
up.
of course.
You know, which you have to do as a band. You know?
Yeah,
You know, so yeah, it was that.
that's fair.
Yeah.
So the live version of Hold It Down that you do today with the band intro, when did you realize you could just ring out forever? Over and over. Forever. While you intro the band.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Like, do you recall doing that the first time, being like, keep ringing out?
Yeah.
I'm going to talk
I
for
don't
a while.
recall the first time, but
Dance.
yeah.
You mean Look My Way?
Yeah.
You said Hold It Down.
Oh, did I?
And
Yeah,
I was so confused.
But I know what he meant. I
Yeah,
know what he
okay,
meant.
okay.
The title track of Look My Way.
Yeah.
When did you realize you
yeah.
could ring out forever?
Yeah.
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 I was reading the words Hold It Down.
Yeah, that happened like live. A lot of things have happened.
The Get Out thing live is
Yeah.
and
it
then-
goes Get Out, and then
Yeah.
you do the long stop in the middle.
Yeah, well, and then we do the Smell the Bacon thing. That came to life live.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Numerous other shenanigans.
Live-isms.
Or live-isms.
We played
Live-isms.
right before you at Copenhagen last year. The last time I think we saw each other, or 2 years ago now. And we were only able to stay for a couple songs.
Okay.
And then we literally had to go to wherever the next show is. But
Right.
watching you interact, do those kinds of things with the crowd is it's funny to hear you say that you were once kind of awkward, all about
Very.
business, let's just play and go,
Very.
to how you are now. You know, has this started to catch on by this time, if I look my way?
A little more.
Yeah.
A little more. I mean, like with every year, it's like repetition, you know, like with every year that you're a band or like with every show, you're a little more confident and a little more open, you know. I feel like I was super awkward and super shy. Like, you know, I just wanted to go out there and play. Like, I was like, I don't know, I'm not going to like give some kind of deep speech about whatever. I'm just, you know, but like as you keep growing in this thing, you realize that yes, they're there to hear the songs and all that, but they also want to hear from you, and like they do want to chat a little bit.
Who is this guy?
You know what I mean? They want to chat a little bit. So but that all happened like just with years of doing it, and like
that makes sense.
especially in the festivals are hard because like
You gotta get 'em.
festivals are weird because you have that separation. At a club, it's easier to get more comfortable when you're right there in the mix in a room full of people. You're like, hey, what's up, buddy? What are you doing? Like you can play off of the crowd a little bit better.
Yeah.
In that environment, it's a little, but the festival setting is like very daunting, very like you're all the way over there, and I got to figure out a way not only for my music and the energy to reach you, but also like whatever I'm gonna say like has to like get a reaction. It's like, man, this is crazy.
Do you
But now we've gotten like more comfortable.
You got it locked in.
Do you prefer to play with or without a barricade?
Oh, without. Well, yeah, that's just not even a question. I hate barricades. Yeah.
As do we all.
I hate barricades.
The most dangerous thing at a show.
It's stupid.
Amen.
I mean, they got the platforms that they do nowadays, which is like, I guess, a happy medium of like, like there'll be festivals that like put out the platform, which is, it's better than a barricade.
Absolutely.
Actually, don't mind it.
The mini stage.
Yeah, I like the mini stage.
Yeah, I like those things. I like go that route. Like skip the barricade. Like barricades are weird. That's for like, I don't know, rock. I don't know. It's dangerous. But I try to go out there and still engage.
Get up on it.
Yeah, engage
That's the way
with
to
people,
do it.
man. What can you do,
So now Epitaph comes along, and it's time for the next step, and yet another one of the greatest hardcore records ever made.
Oh,
I have said on this
you guys
show,
are too nice.
I've said multiple times that Can't Stop, Won't Stop, I think is a perfect modern hardcore song. Start to finish, lyrics, the actual riffs, big chorus. I can't believe it.
It's fast.
It's fast, but
it's
then
quick.
it has like
Yeah.
It's
as
awesome.
good as it gets, really.
It's as good as it gets.
Thank you, man.
And then it goes straight into the title track, which hits so hard.
Straight into Fall This Time, which, like, let's say aliens crash land on Earth.
Okay, go.
And they say, what is hardcore? You could go, Can't Stop, Won't Stop, Hold It Down, Fall This Time, and say, aliens, here's this. Take it away, go wild.
Enjoy.
They'll come back and they'll understand.
You guys are awesome. Thank you.
Hey,
That's very, very kind.
You make it easy. How does
It's
Epitaph...
obviously not solely responsible for that. All my guys.
Of course.
But
The royal you. Make it easy.
Yeah.
but
How does Epitaph enter the picture here?
I forgot how we linked up with Brett, but I think there was some interest from out west, from Brett and his camp. And we were on the fence about it because like we're like an East Coast band, New York, blah, blah, blah.
Interesting.
And we were like, is that the right place for us? Is that the right home?
So you looked at Epitaph as just this like California punk thing?
Totally.
Interesting.
Totally. I don't think Epitaph back then was the Epitaph that it is now, even, because I mean, not like, so it was like, I don't know, it seemed like heavily West Coast and like, not even like our genre per se, like, I mean, punk, of course.
More
but
punk,
like, punk, but not like hardcore or like heavier or whatever. So we were a little apprehensive, but then it was like, again, one of those things where like, there's not a million people knocking on our door,
But they don't know that.
They don't know that.
Yeah.
And there's a couple, I'm sure there were a couple like smaller up and coming labels that might have been like, let's, but I forget the exact connection with Brett, but we end up working something out with them and we drop Hold It Down, which I'm glad you guys appreciate that record.
I think our whole generation does.
Yeah, that is often, I find, like when I was getting into this kind of music at all, it was Set It Off, Hold It Down, and then we'll get to the New York Hardcore EP because it had just come out around that time.
Right.
But yeah, I feel like it's like a I don't know, not a return to form necessarily, but just like a
A blueprint for the next generation.
yes.
I always felt like any of our stuff from like 2000 down, if I were to have to pick a record, a personal one that I like, and also one to show people an example of our band, it would probably be Hold It Down.
It's awesome.
Over Set It Off and all those, not that, everyone likes what they like. And came into this thing at a different time. So that's also something,
It's just it's a definitive Madball record. It sounds like Madball in the best.
It's where I felt the most comfortable. It's probably the first time I liked my vocals.
Wow. I mean, I think this is like, you sound like you now.
Yeah.
This is
2000
and on. This is we're getting this performance.
Yeah, I just wasn't worried anymore, and like we were kind of living kind of wildish. So like I would just go in there and like belt it out, and then it was just kind of like happened. Like I don't know. It was for me, production wise, and just like how they captured my vocals. Just not to make it about me, but like. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like in comparison to like Set It Off and like Demonstrating Sound, my vocals felt a little too thin. Like I can like nitpick about a lot of things with us, but like song wise and performance wise and everything, I felt like that was definitely one of our better outputs.
Agreed.
And this was this Matt Henderson produced?
Yeah, and wrote.
Oh, and he wrote.
He was a part of the writing process.
Did he track guitars on this?
Yep.
Okay. But this is the last one.
This is the last one. He's not in the band.
Right. But I got you.
He's not in the band, but he's involved.
Did he write
heavily
Can't Stop, Won't Stop?
I believe so.
Guy's good. Ben saying
he's sick in the head.
So.
Who was part of the writing process for this?
Same usual suspects.
Oh, yeah, Matt.
Yeah. Man, us. As far as like, yep. It was like Matty, Hoy, and myself. The other guys it was Darren played drums, which he did a really good job. Mm-hmm. He played a Maximum Penalty and a couple other bands, but he did a good job. Mm-hmm. He's a hell of a drummer. And Beto, I don't know if he played on the record though. I feel like he was part of the lineup that came right after we dropped it. But I don't know that he played on the record. But yeah, same. Like the writers were like Matty Hoy and myself.
But the record, for the first time ever, was executive produced
by Roger.
Yeah. Tell me about that.
Roger was managing us at the time, so him and Billy Milano.
Hey.
Yeah.
All right.
He's old friend of my brother's and like old hardcore head and New York hardcore head, and so we all old friend of ours. And he was, I feel like I want to say they had an office at like Big Blue Meanie where the record was recorded. And so yeah, that was kind of the connection where like they had an office there. They put us on to Big Blue Meanie, which I thought was a good option, a good choice. It was close. Like we could go over to Jersey. We were all living in the city, but we can come to Jersey and record and go home. It was cool. And I just sonically, everything about it, I liked the whole experience. It was cool. It was comfortable. And they were there. So like, yeah, we gave them an executive producer credit because like,
that's all it was?
Made it happen. But not really. But,
so he wasn't part of like the writing process or anything?
No.
Understood.
It was more the executive side.
Gotcha. Heavy emphasis on the executive.
Yeah.
So any fond memories of touring throughout this time? Did you get to tour throughout this time?
Yes, we did. We did some stuff in the States, went to Europe a couple of times in 2000 maybe. Like I said, I was having some legal stuff around there. So then I was out of the picture for a little bit. Mm-hmm. And then, I was out of the picture for a little bit. And then when I came back into the mix, we had some issues with the guys. I think the guys, to be fair, man, like it was a lot. Like for like Beto and Darren, like we were kind of pissed at them for a while. But if you look at it from their perspective, they were walking into, there was a lot going on. Like, I mean, sure, there was this cool album that we did. Mm-hmm. But
maybe the best one, internally as well.
But there was like a lot of like personal stuff, especially with me. And like, like I was like a powder keg, you know, like I was like, it was like, you know, so it was maybe scary to them. It was maybe intimidating for them to commit to like this band. And I think it was also like they had jobs and other stuff in their lives, and they weren't so sure that they wanted to like tour. And the reason I bring this up is they were kind of instrumental in us like going on hiatus, because it was kind of like, okay, these guys don't want to tour. And then we were just kind of like, well, we need a break. Like, maybe we shouldn't even drag this through the mud. Maybe we should just be done.
Wow.
And it was not like it wasn't thought through that well, but like it was, you know, a meathead decision, but a decision we made. And so then, yeah, there was some touring for Hold It Down, but then like it kind of got shut off.
Did you play a last show or anything like
We
that?
played a last tour in Europe, like final
And it
tour.
felt like that.
Yeah, and actually Mitz played that tour with us.
Okay.
So
I see.
in came Mitz
Sure.
at the end.
Yeah.
When it was the end, supposed to be the end. We knew him from Scarhead, whatever, so Mitz jumped in to do that tour. And but that wasn't the end.
Yeah. I mean, Madball has now existed within 3 different decades, and you're 25 years old, you know?
Yeah.
Like 80s, 90s, 2000s.
Sure.
You've existed throughout all of them.
Yeah.
And now at this point, do you now understand what Roger was feeling in like 93 to 96?
Aha.
Okay.
Absolutely.
How interesting.
Yeah, good way to frame that. I mean, yeah. And yeah, the scene's weird. You know, like things are weird with us, you know, and a lot of it is you know, self-inflicted. You
Early
know, it's
2000s scene was weird.
It was weird.
It was weird.
It was weird. And you know, Europe still had love for us. Like when we did that final tour, it was a good tour, good turnouts. Like it was still cool. But yeah, everything sort of imploded, and like lineup, you know, those guys took off, and it's not like we couldn't find other musicians, but we just were like,
Yeah.
screw this.
Fuck it.
And I mean, in hindsight, we should have just probably said, we're going to take a break, instead of being like, we're breaking up. You know, it was kind of silly. But ultimately, we did resurface.
Yeah.
You know, but we had like a year and a half, 2 years of like no Madball, you know. And in that time, I met my girl, who became my wife. Been together, you know, 25 years, 22 years married. So like a lot of good things happened in that time. A lot of like very bad things, and then very good things happened in that space of time, you know. That little
One of them is September 11th.
Oh, damn.
right.
And I have this photo here.
Oh, man.
That's my wife, yeah.
Sure, we'll show everybody too.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
That's a crazy picture.
Yeah.
You showed me that.
That's Brooklyn. That's
like
pretty cool.
honestly, a harrowing, beautiful photo, like museum-esque in a way.
Yeah. Thanks, man. My sister-in-law took that photo.
And like to have that thought in that moment of like, holy shit, the most devastating thing that we've ever seen just happening. I should take a photo of them right now. Is like, it's amazing that she had the
My
foresight.
wife was crying. And so I was consoling her and holding her, and her sister, you know, at that time, I love my sister-in-law, Lizzie. I love her. You couldn't take a camera, like she took photographs of everything, you know, and still she's like that. Like we always count on her, like family things, like Lizzie will get pictures. She'll get them, you know, like, so like she's a great photographer. And she just had a camera in her hand, like, and just like went up there, and like we were up on the roof of, that's like on Newell. I want to say that might've been on Newell in Greenpoint in Brooklyn. And it was actually their apartment. It wasn't my place. It was my wife and her sister had an apartment, and I had spent the night there and woke up to
Shit.
Yeah.
Twin Towers. And so I was the only dude with these two ladies. So it was also felt the sense of responsibility to be like, okay, what do I do? I can't do anything, but I'm just gonna be here.
Consolation.
I'm gonna hold it down. So no pun intended.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? So like, and now, so my wife was crying, and we were watching the smoke and the whole thing. The ashes are coming into Brooklyn, like you can see the ashes. She snapped that picture.
And what was that day like? Do you recall like connecting with Stigma or your brother or anything?
I want to say I tried to reach out to my brother to make sure he was okay. Yeah, I mean, obviously you communicate with your friends, and then like like you said, like Vinny and them who were in the city.
Right
there were a
there.
couple people that we were close to that were in the city. And yes, we checked in on them. They're good. Okay, cool. And then you hear about someone so-and-so's cousin, he lost a cousin, he lost, and then it's like, oh man, it's crazy. I want to say Hoya's brother Dave was down there and like right down in the mix of it. He ended up being okay, but he passed some years ago now, but unrelated to that, but rest in peace, Dave. But he was there. There were a couple people that I knew that were there, like, clouds of smoke, like hitting them and like soot all over them. And like, it was pretty intense.
And are they, like, you said it's unrelated, but like now they're finding that more people are dying from related effects to the aftermath than died in the actual event.
I got to thank my wife, because there was, at one point I said, should I go down there and help? Like,
like whatever that could mean.
Whatever that means, because they were actively looking for like volunteers or whatever. And I remember, and like, we talk about this, and it's like, I was like, should I go down there? Like, what can I do? Like, I'm not like a structural engineer or anything, but like, I'm an able-bodied young guy, I'm pretty strong, I can do something. And she was like, don't go. She's like, there's a lot of people going there. It's going to be a mess. Who knows? Danger. Of course, typical, like what your lady would tell you, like, don't, just wait, And like, I knew my friends were good. And so we just kind of waited it out. And thank God for that, man. I'm glad I didn't go down there. I'm sorry to the people that did, because there's a lot of like bad stuff that happened to people after the fact. Yep.
How does New York change after that? And New York hardcore, really?
Great question. We've never asked anyone who was there these questions.
How does New York change? It got friendlier for a moment. It was more like it was like a humbling experience for everyone, right? Like for the world. But especially in New York, so I feel like it gave people that dose of like humility and also humanity, like, hey man, like this is crazy. Like we got attacked or whatever it was. So it's like there was like some camaraderie with the people of New York, and like, people were more inclined to help each other and like stuff like that. At least that's what I got out of it, because of this catastrophic event, crazy thing that happened.
Yeah.
But as far as the music scene, what was even going on at the time? Oh my God, the early 2000s was so weird.
Were you checked out?
I was kind of checked out. I was like getting into all kinds of other goofiness, putting myself in bad environments, but kind of checked out from music.
Okay.
Yeah.
But the silver lining is you're with your now wife.
Yeah.
It sounds like things are turning around, because shortly thereafter, 2004, we have the first Madball record I was into hardcore that came out. Like I went and bought it. I got it on blue. You know what I mean?
And music has changed so much in those 4 years.
Yeah.
Like Napster,
I
torrents,
remember that.
mass hysteria.
Yeah.
So that led us to like the streaming model that we're at today.
For sure.
In that little gap where you guys were gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then exactly. That, Napster came in, all this other kind of stuff started happening, this digital stuff. Yeah. It definitely changed. And for us, like my mind wasn't on music. But I went to like an H2O show at CB's. CB's was still doing stuff. And I went to an H2O show, and my wife had never seen me perform. And
that ain't right.
my mother-in-law was like visiting, so she went to CB's. This was awesome. She could say that to people, like, I was at CBGB's. And my sister-in-law was there, and like all these people came, and it was just to go see H2O. It wasn't for me it wasn't a Madball. Obviously, Madball was no more at that moment. But Toby called me up to do Guilty by Association. And it's like around that time, like right after, like, I forget, like 01, whatever time period it was. And I go up and I do Guilty by Association. And then I go back, sit down, and like all the ladies are like, what the hell was that? And they're like, and I'm like, yeah, whatever. And like they had never seen me perform. They had never, they didn't.
And it hasn't been that long.
Hadn't been that long, but in that short amount of time, a lot goes on.
I'm assuming your mother-in-law didn't come from a punk or hardcore background,
No,
so she would have
God,
no idea.
God, no. And she was visiting, and I was like, hey, I want to go to my buddy's show. I wasn't sure if I was going to sing or not or whatever, but I was like, let's go see a show at CB's. That might be cool. And they were like, yeah, let's go. Like, Mom Dukes was like, let's go. I want to see CBGB's. Like, wow. Her background is not that at all. Great people, though. I love these people. They're my family.
Did that give
but
you
the point of that is, when I did that, like, my wife was like, you're pretty good at that. Like, why don't you do that? Like, because, not to say too much, but I was not doing like the most positive stuff. I was doing other things. And so I feel she was trying to, anything that's not bad.
Of course.
And I did have on and off like this moving job, and I did some other like legit stuff, but I was doing not so good stuff too. But so that was just another positive thing. And then shortly after that, we decided to do a reunion show, and Madball comes back.
So
that kind of influenced, kind of influenced.
Same thing as AF,
right?
In your set,
right? And I don't even know if Toby knows this or not, because those convos were more behind the scenes. But it definitely sparked something, and where people were like in my ear, like, well, you're only 20-something years old.
Yeah. And hardcore's so weird.
You know what I mean?
Now.
It's like you're not.
We need Madball.
We need Madball. Hardcore's so weird now.
There you go.
The song "For My Enemies," the first song on the EP, the New York Hardcore EP. Who did Mitz write that?
Might have been Hoya.
Great song.
Might have been a Hoya Mitz collab.
Sure. Great song.
Because there's a lot of that. Like I said, man, like there's a lot of collaborating going on, like with Madball. Like it was always, there's certain songs where it's like, that's more Maddie. Oh, that's more Hoya. But there's always like it was always collaborative for the most part. I'm gonna ask Mitz about that, because he doesn't get enough credit, and he has written songs that are important that he maybe doesn't get credit for.
You had some
maybe both,
some live staples in Legacy, which is like, to do that this far into your career, have like Heaven, Hell, Hardcore Pride, the song.
Yeah.
It's rare that a band can get these songs that they can play forever this late.
Man.
Was the gap from Hold It Down to now something that pushed you to go harder on the EP and Legacy?
I mean, possibly, yeah. The fact that we had been like inactive for a while, and then like hadn't put out a record for a while.
Yeah.
maybe we felt like we had something to prove.
Because Madball is back is the byline now, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
And when this is happening, when you're kind of getting back into it, you got the bug again.
Yeah.
Are you checking out, like, does Terror come across your radar at that time?
Yeah, they came across our radar around that time. We were I feel like we were on a tour doing some shows with Hatebreed or something like that, like right around when like Legacy came out.
Sean Martin's on backups on the record.
And yeah, right? Yeah, he did come through for that. Yeah, that was cool. That was like a leveled up production, I feel like, going to Zeus and like all that. And then like, yeah, we were trying to step up in every way, like musically, lyrically, was trying to like, we like we've been at this for a little bit now. Like we gotta like show people like we still got something to say. We still have something to offer. So there was definitely that vibe. But Terror came across our path on a show. I feel like we were in Canada or something. I don't know. And like they got thrown on the bill. We were like doing some Hatebreed shows. And they got thrown on a bill. And I had heard the name. Somebody had mentioned to me, there's like a new band out. They got a little buzz right now. And I'm like, oh, you got to check out this band. They're actually playing this show today. And I checked them out that day. And I was like, okay.
And that had to have been very early.
I was like, they got something going on here.
And were you familiar with Buried Alive or any of their other bands?
Yeah.
Scott's other stuff?
Yeah, I was familiar with the names, you know, but like I wasn't like homies with Scott or anything like that. So it wasn't like that. But like I knew the names, and the things he was involved in, but I didn't, Terror was like, it impressed me for sure. Like I watched their set on that show and I was like, okay, they mean business,
Perhaps hardcore lives. Hardcore might just
perhaps
live.
It may just live. Yeah, exactly. No, but and you're correct to say that because it always feels good when you see a band that gets it and delivers it, because that's not always the case, and this probably rings true throughout all genres, but I love when I see those bands that get it.
Yeah.
And I could tell that they get it. Like, I was like, oh, they get it. Like, their style, their output, like, they get it. Because some bands you see, and then like, I'm not knocking, I don't want to knock anyone's efforts or talents or art ever. But like some people, they just say they don't, it doesn't translate.
It's a genre where authenticity, as we often say, is the most important thing.
Yeah.
And you can stick around long enough, you can see through. Yeah.
And I was right about them. They stuck around because I saw them. I've also seen bands that I was impressed by that were a band for about a year.
Yeah, of course.
You know what I mean?
Any
And I
come
was
to
like,
mind?
oh, they were cool.
Yeah.
Bye.
Yeah,
Sure. So it's like, and then that's like with anything. That's with anything. But like, they were one that I was like, that's a solid band right there. And then, then I obviously crossed paths with them more. And then we ultimately ended up touring in Europe together and doing stuff. And I got to know them better. And like, we're very cool with Terror guys, of course.
What is the response to Legacy like at that time? Because my generation, that was the new Madball record.
Yeah,
right.
And it connected.
Yeah.
Did you feel?
I think it was decent. Yeah, I think it was cool. I think so. I mean, I'm trying to remember tours that we did. We did something with like Walls of Jericho, and then we did like a tour. Like we did a bunch of like random things, but I feel like we got on people's radar again. Like I feel like we did.
100%.
Yeah, and then the Heaven Hell video dropped, and like I feel like we were on our way to be like, hey, we're back, and
I was 14, 15, you got on my radar, period. You know what I mean? So for what it's worth, absolutely.
Yeah.
What was the first European tour post Madball reunion like? Bigger crowds than ever, other than Dynamo?
I don't know that it was like crazy, overwhelmingly big, but I would say probably pretty solid.
Okay.
Pretty solid. Europe's just consistent, man. They're just.
Once
they ride with you, man. They really ride with you. They ride with you. Yeah, once you got them. I mean, you know, but that keeps you honest, right?
Yeah.
Because it's not just hype driven. It's like, you know, you got to show your stuff out there, and then if you stick with them, they stick with you, and it's reciprocated, and it's awesome. You know, where America is a little bit more hype driven. You know, it's like, you know, you could.
It's about the new here.
Yeah, whatever, you know, Instagram and this and that, and it's like very, you know, and that's not. I'm not knocking any bands here either, but it's just a different, culturally different, you know.
Before we move on, I have one more thing I forgot. September 11th happens on the day that is the anniversary of Rabies passing away.
Yeah.
Was that something on your minds that day already?
I mean, what happened probably, like, you know, trumps it all, you know, like you're not, but I mean, it is pretty crazy that it's like.
Because that date was like immortalized on shirts and all kinds of things before.
Yeah. I mean, I think it was more like an afterthought thing, but yeah, it is kind of
dark
weird.
day.
Yeah, weird.
Dark-sided. 2 years later, Infiltrate the System.
Yeah.
I went to like 5 shows on this tour.
Oh, okay, cool.
I definitely went to some.
Nice.
Opening track, I remember hearing very vividly the day it went up and just thinking like, vintage Madball, they've done it again. Who's writing this record now? Usual Suspects?
More mids now, obviously. I mean, yeah, the Usual Suspects as far as like Hoya, Mitts, myself. Riggs was playing drums.
That's right.
You know, whatever you want to say about the guy, very good drummer, very solid drummer. He did his thing with the drums on that record too. Like he really, I remember there was a couple of things where I was like, you know, maybe let him rock a beat real quick and like let's get inspired by that, you know. And that was like a thing that like we had never really done.
Interesting.
You know what I mean?
Writing around drums.
Yeah, like kind of like what do you hear for this, or like, you know what I mean? Like we did, like we were like, we experimented a little bit as much as we could, but yeah, Usual Suspects writing and my lyrics and you know, like yep, all that.
Another big music video for the title track on this, where there is like a crazy cast of characters in the video.
Okay.
There's Stigma.
Oh yeah.
There's Josta.
Infiltrate the System. Yeah.
There's Isaac. There's a guy named Rico.
Yeah.
He was
homie Rico. Yeah.
Was he a bouncer at CB's back in the day?
Could have been.
I believe he's one of the guys in like the underdog set.
He's an old New York skin.
Yeah.
He's one of our homies. You know, he's one of my guys. He might have. Yeah, it could very well be, or it could have. There were these.
It sure looks like him.
There were also these twins that were bouncers there that we used to know. You know, from like, you know, even outside of like CB's, but like Frank and James. These two, like, I don't think they were twins, but they were like close brothers. They were brothers, but they were like, you know, close in age, but not twins. But
were they like power lifter huge?
They look like two power lifters.
Shit.
Yeah.
Been them.
Yeah, they look like two power lifter guys. And
but yeah,
they ended up like bouncing at hip hop clubs that we would go to sometimes and stuff like that. So like we would see them in other circles, but like they were security there. But I'm not sure if Rico did security for CB's, but could be.
Sure.
He might have. Yeah, he might have done it.
Jimmy's in the video. It's just, you know, kind of everybody.
Yep.
It's very cool.
Yep.
And
Frank from Obituary.
And
how cool is that?
It's unbelievable. And I don't know if I've mentioned this. We love to know things. And, you know, that is that is a video where it's like you do have to know who like who these people are, and then the message of Infiltrate the System. Like, it's a very cool concept for fans of the genre.
Yeah.
One could say
thank you. I mean,
one could say hardcore has infiltrated the system now.
Now more than ever.
Movies, TV, Taco Bell, we're everywhere.
Grammys.
Is the Taco Bell is it Turnstile related?
Turnstile, military gun. There's a few.
Scowl.
Really?
Yeah, Scowl.
Yep.
Where's the hardcore person in that corporation?
what I'm saying,
They're
man.
There's somewhere. Hey,
Yeah,
right?
hit us all
Let
up.
us all know.
Hit
Yeah.
Freddy up.
No, you're right. You're right. It has, and I mean that was sort of where I was going with that, and the fact that it's happening is pretty cool.
Interesting.
How do you feel about Turnstile being the first hardcore band to win a Grammy?
God bless them.
Yeah.
Good for them, man.
That's right.
Good for them. You know,
We agree.
I think again they're another band that like they've transcended. Like this was their starting ground. The hardcore was definitely where they came from, but like they've gone somewhere else.
Yeah.
Sure.
And as long as they don't forget where they come from,
They never will.
then it's all good. That's how I look at it.
Agreed.
And like, yeah, man, go into that world and go snatch them up. I was actually texting with Vitalo the night that they won the Grammy, and I was like, I can't believe that hardcore is even that in the vicinity of like a Grammy.
Yeah.
Like, but like these dudes, like hardcore kids have won a Grammy. It's like wild. Like I would have never
50
in a
years
million
later.
years thought that possible. You know what I mean? That's such a specific and exclusive, like it's just a weird world that I didn't associate with our world.
Yeah.
Of course.
But good for them, man.
Yeah.
Good for them.
Amen.
We brought them out. We did a Set It Off 25-year anniversary tour, and we handpicked them. It was Turnstile. I think it was like Downpresser at the time,
Hey,
and
all right.
like all these bands, and we like, I could see that they had something. You know what I mean? And like, yeah, man, they deserve it. Good for them.
I'd like to play a little game, if you're open to that.
Okay.
I'm going to list off some bands.
Okay.
If you could tell me the first word that comes to mind.
First word
Yeah.
that comes to mind.
Maybe the first couple, but,
Okay.
you get it.
I just realized why you're doing this, by the way.
Okay. Let's go.
Antidote.
Classic.
Carnivore.
Hard.
Crumbsuckers.
Harder.
The Icemen.
Cool.
Leeway.
Dope.
The Misfits.
The Misfits. The Misfits. What can I say for them? I'm trying to think of like a one word.
No, you can do a phrase.
Misfits.
sentence.
Iconic.
There you go.
You killed that. Straight ahead.
Scully.
Bold.
Bold. Influential.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Breakdown.
Ooh. Groove.
Hell yeah.
Burn.
Fire.
Gorilla Biscuits.
Cool.
Judge.
Judge. Wow. Wow. Straight edge hard.
That's right. Underdog.
Unique.
Into Another.
Whoa. Even more so.
Life of Agony.
I like Life of Agony.
There's a video of you singing Underground, I think.
Yeah,
Like
no.
just before.
I really dig
recording.
it. I was really into it when they first dropped. I was like, this is dope.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to think of a one worder that describes them.
Yeah.
Life of Agony. Brooklyn.
There you go. Killing Time.
The best.
I agreed. Marauder.
Pretty hard.
Yeah.
Especially with Minus.
Quicksand.
Quicksand. Eclectic.
There you go.
That was a good answer.
That was a great answer. Crown of Thorns.
It's like if music was graffiti.
Whoa.
That was unbelievable. Unbelievable.
That was really good.
Indecision.
Indecision. Indecision's pretty hard.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pretty damn hard.
There you go. All Out War.
Heavy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Last one's a fun one.
Okay.
Neglect.
Bloody.
I love it.
Bloody.
I love it. That was fun. That was word association with,
Yeah.
with Freddy Madball.
All right.
So late 2000s Madball. Matt, you're still very much doing your thing while hardcore is doing something else. You know, melodic hardcore is like reigning supreme at this time.
Yeah.
But that era is about to end.
I guess so, yeah.
You know? I think Trap Under Ice comes along and things change. What comes to mind with the late 2000s kind of post Legacy, post Infiltrate the System touring era for Madball?
I would say, we were just in motion, man, doing what we do, you know. A lot of Euro stuff, but you know, we always mix it up, you know. In the later years, we've done like more strategic touring where it's like we don't go out for these crazy long, grueling tours. We do like more like regional stuff. Which I think helps, you know, keep the band sort of like, we're in the mix, but we're not overplaying or whatever. We're not playing ourselves out. But it's also beneficial to us family-wise. You know what I mean?
Sure.
You know, for me especially.
Hard touring, van touring.
Shit sucks.
That's a young man's game.
It's a young man's game, you know? And I want no part of that. But I will jump in there and get in there if it makes sense.
If it makes sense, of course.
If it makes sense.
Yeah.
But so yeah, like I'm thinking late 2000s. What are we doing? Like we're just playing, man. We're just doing what we do, man.
I saw you a lot.
A lot of cool Euro tours though. A lot of cool. They're still, you know, we're active, man. We stay in the fight.
You do. Empire, 2010.
Yeah.
Another decade has come and gone.
Oh yeah.
Yet Madball remains.
Yep.
What comes to mind for this era and this record?
Well, yeah, I mean, a lot comes to mind. That was like a weird year. There was a lot of stuff happening in people's personal lives, and there was a lot going on. But yeah, we still managed to like pull that one out. And I mean, I'm proud of that record, like any other, man. You know, it's like it was, you know, who we were at that time. You know, where we were at that time. You know, so would I rate Empire as our best record that we've ever done? Probably not, but I think that there's still a lot of like good songs on there, and like you know, we were just kind of trying to like keep things going. And I mean, we had some weird stuff with some drummers. That the certain guy that played on the Jay, who played on the record, but then he was out after that. So there was some weird lineup stuff.
So it was a weird time.
Weird time. There was weird lineup stuff. There was some personal stuff going on with Hoya. But you know, like we held it together, man. Like, and you know, Mitz and I really worked hard to like keep that together, you know, because we had all these songs and all these different things, and we kind of really we wanted to make sure that it was going to happen. You know, we wanted to make it happen, and so we did just that. And then the upside to that is, did that come out in 2010?
That was 2010.
So I think my wife was expecting during that record. So that was the, you know, beautiful thing
Special
about
time.
that. You know, my son was born in 2011, but like that was like the year where like, you know, so I was starting my family. So that side of it was great. But yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm trying to think of highlights of like that year. Nothing super special, but we were like trekking along, man, and doing our things. We did something with Eric Rutan, which was different for us. Metal guy.
Yeah,
great
legend.
guy.
The metal guy.
Cool guy.
Yeah.
Awesome guy. And that opened up a relationship with me and him, with him and I, because then I ended up producing an Agnostic front record at his studio. So it was like, it was cool, you know? So yeah, that you know, it was a cool year. A lot of cool things happened.
Yeah. I mean, I think hardcore that was like the start of another generation
for
of
sure.
hardcore, you know?
Yeah, who came, like, yeah, thinking about who was out at that time, like who started popping off.
Nails, like I said, Trap and Rice.
Sure.
Terror was still
Terror's
going.
still going.
That was Keepers of the Faith.
Yeah. So that was a good period for them, and
we started right around.
That was when we became touring guys off the backs of the way that Madball paved.
I feel like us and Terror did some Euro stuff around that time period.
I would
too.
bet my life.
So yeah. So no, it was good. It was a good time. I mean, the record, like I said, it wasn't like our most talked about record or like whatever. Like it wasn't like the biggest push we've ever gotten, but it was
kept you going.
A decent effort. I think it was a decent effort, and it kept us going. And there's songs on there that I really, I back.
I got you.
Yeah,
as you should. This has nothing to do with the record, but
okay.
What do you think is the most underrated New York hardcore band of all time?
Rejuvenate.
Whoa.
Talk to me.
Rejuvenate. Tommy Rat. I mean,
that was fast.
Yeah.
You meant that.
Rejuvenate. Yeah, I got it. Well, because I got to shout out Tommy Rat, because Tommy Rat was like a fixture in the New York hardcore scene from the beginning, the very beginning, first day, up until like into the 90s, like way, like maybe even into the 2000s. Like he was like this old character that like, man, like if you know, like Tommy Rat was like this classic dude. And like, ask Craig about Tommy Rat. Like Craig's like best front man ever. But like, he wasn't like doing flips or anything. He just was like, it's funny, man. But like, yeah, I'm gonna give that to Tommy Rat. Cool.
Right.
Rejuvenate.
Respect.
But there's several. There's several. Mm-hmm. Underrated. Sure, Terror wouldn't be underrated, right?
I think to a modern audience, probably.
Today, yeah.
Okay.
Big time. For me,
not to me.
Yeah, no, same.
Not to me. But if we want to get more serious, not that Rejuvenate's not serious, but like, this is a little more serious. Yeah, I don't hear them in a lot of conversations nowadays. And Paul's still out playing, and does random tours and stuff. But like, just stylistically and, they're super important to the New York hardcore movement.
Agreed.
Super important.
Agreed.
And they're like one of my favorites.
Hardcore Lives, the appropriately titled 8th LP.
Yeah.
And
almost forgot about that one.
Yeah. But you've been involved with hardcore for 30 years now, as of this record.
Has it been that long? Jeez.
Yeah, now it's been 40.
And now it's been...
Yeah. Do you see an end in sight for Madball, or is it just till the wheels fall off?
I don't know the end. Like, I don't see an end in sight. Mm-hmm. I don't know if it's till the wheels fall off. I mean, it's just kind of like, I don't see an end in the very near future.
Good.
Only because we all feel good. I got a great group of guys. The album that we just wrote is like some of my favorite stuff that we've ever done.
Awesome.
So like, it's hard to like, and then our trajectory is still like good, you know, like, we're still doing stuff where like, I'm like, wow, like, we're still playing show. Like we'll go to, like, we were just like, had like one of our more successful Euro tours, like one of the more, recent tours where we, we're doing festivals and club shows and, and it was still like very vibrant and good. So I guess as long as it's good,
That's a good answer.
For them, good for us.
Yeah.
I saw you 3 months ago in LA.
Yeah.
And your cardio's off the charts.
Oh, thanks, man.
You ain't slowing down.
We try, yeah.
What's your regimen like for that? How do you prep?
Nothing spectacular. Nothing like special.
You're not like a runner or anything?
No.
Really?
No. I do my running on stage, man.
Yeah.
I mean, that is a whole different beast of cardio.
It's 45 minutes.
And there's no way to really prep for it.
It's repetition, man. It's just because I just been doing it as long as I've been doing it. And it's also like, I really don't know any other way to do it with Madball. Mm-hmm. And that's part of it. It's like, if I can't do it on a certain level or to a certain standard, then that would probably factor into like me not doing anymore. And that applies to everything. That applies to the music. Like if the standard's not up there with the songs, live performance, then that's when you have to evaluate or reevaluate what you're doing. But like we feel great. Like we feel young. We feel inspired. Like especially with this last album. I mean, you know, the lineup I have now is like the best. Like I like these guys. It's that same feeling like back in the days. Like these are my brothers. It's not like Madball's always had that family thing where it's like I'm with my brothers, you know, like not just a dude that plays an instrument well. And, you know, he's just tagging along. He's just going to, no, I'm with my brothers, you know. So, you know, my drummer's been with me 15 years now. It's like, these are the new guys. He's been with me 15 years, you know. Even Mike Granari has been 8 years in the band, you know. And then the most recent is Paul, you know, who we finally have a permanent, like a confirmed replacement for Hoya, which is like,
it's tough.
Things were like a little bit like we had like a team of guys, you know, and these are guys that have filled in for him in the past, mind you.
Yeah, just
Paul Delaney did a Europe tour 20 something years ago when Hoya couldn't come on a tour, and he did it. So he's our original fill-in guy. Yeah. He's our original go-to guy, ringer guy. But he's also a dear friend for 25 plus 30 years. You know what I mean? So like, these are not just people we're pulling off the street or finding on the internet. Like, this is still a family operation.
And those are big shoes to fill.
Yeah.
Big. Yeah. And if anyone knows Paul Delaney's playing, you'll know that he's going to be okay playing the bass, because he's one hell of a bass player.
Yeah, I've seen him.
He's a hell of a bass player. Great. Yeah, I mean, he played with bands like Kill Your Idols and classic, you know, New York stuff, and like, you know, he has his own band, Black Anvil. But like, he is a very solid bass player. So I'm not worried about in that department. But yeah, no, man, it's if anything, I see good things ahead.
Cool.
I see positive things. I see upwards movement. I see a lot more happening, especially with the state of hardcore now.
Yeah,
exactly.
It's never been better.
Yeah.
For the Cause, 2018.
Yeah.
As of now, the last Madball record.
Yeah.
But we know one's coming. Produced by the great Tim Armstrong.
Yeah.
How was that experience?
It was cool. Tim had wanted, you know, we've been talking about working together for years. And so he had, you know, he offered me his place, and it's super, super cool studio, man. Like really, really nice place, really comfortable place. And yeah, we just talked about it, and he was like, man, next record, bring it to my spot. And he only has like, it's not open to the public, to everyone. It's like exclusively, like if he invites you, you know, you can use his studio.
That's cool.
And so he invited us and like took care of us. Obviously, you know, like financially was very fair and reasonable and like all that. So, you know, because that is a part of the process.
Of course, yeah.
And yeah, we put that, we had a lot of it done before we went to him. So that was written, like we had a lot of the writing done. And then we just went there and banged it out. And like, he was like helpful, like we bounced like, you know, like timing stuff off of him, you know, like tempos. What do you think? Faster, slower? Like there was a lot of little things like that where he was really good at. He wasn't super like invasive as a producer because I think he respects us too much and respects
Madball, yeah.
respects the time that we've put into this, and that we're at a point where we sort of know like what we're doing. We know our craft, you know, like, so that's not to say, mind you, I wouldn't have, I'm very open to like any ideas or whatever. Like,
I mean, you're there, you know?
Super open to
yeah.
it. Not like, don't tell me what to do, just put your name on the thing. Like, no. It wasn't like that, but it's like, but he had a lot of respect for like, he respects us as a band and whatever, so he like let us kind of do our thing, but then he would chime in a little here and there and, you know, give his opinion or 2 cents, or I would ask him like, what do you think about that? Should I go more this route or that, you know? But yeah, I love that record.
Hell yeah.
I love the sound of it. I love the songs. Yeah, you know, it was a good time.
I love it.
Yeah, yeah.
Shortly after that, a year and a half, the world shuts down.
Oh boy. Yeah.
For another year and a half. On April 24th, 2021, Madball plays Tompkins Square Park, which has a long history with hardcore. Beautiful history.
Yeah, really.
In the first hardcore show post-pandemic. You opened with Lockdown, which is hilarious.
Yeah.
Very self-aware.
Oh yeah.
What was that experience like? And did you see any of the blowback online from it?
Oh yeah. Yeah, we saw blowback. I mean, the experience was great. It was a great show.
It looked awesome.
It was fun, man.
Every
it was
video I
like
could find.
enough of this like locked up, you know, everyone being locked up nonsense and like, you know, I mean, whatever, everyone went through what they had to go through and everyone has a different, you know, perspective on what went on or whatever. Won't get into all that, but clearly everyone was fed up. And in New York, there had been like a Joe Biden rally like the week before, and there had been all these other things that happened out in the open.
Yeah.
That no one really shined a light on because it was okay politically or something. You know, like there was a rally with like 10,000 people for like celebrating, you know, this and that, like, you know, but like those things were okay, but like people getting together to have fun is not okay. That was the kind of the vibe, but
Sure.
After the fact. But I mean, man, it was so positive and like I didn't even like when my friend Joey like mentioned it to me, the possibility of us doing a show like, hey, there's a possibility we can get, you know, a show happening in the park. And it, before he could even ask me, are you down? I was like, I'm in. And he was like, okay, that's all I wanted to hear. And I was like, yes, I'm in. Would you want a headline? Would you want to whatever? When I was like, I don't care. I don't care where I go on. I was like, it doesn't matter. I was like,
You just
I'm
want
in.
to play.
Yeah, we just want to play. Everyone's tired of the nonsense and everything that's going on. And New York was about to open the doors anyway. Like they were about to like
and
day,
they did.
It was like a day later.
They did.
So it was like, yeah, we're doing it.
Yeah.
And so
Whoever
really-
the first show was gonna get the flack.
You took the bullet for everybody.
It just happened to be you.
And I don't mind at all. It's one of my proudest moments doing Madball. For the statement that we made doing it, looking at people's faces and how much fun they were having. I contributed to that. Yeah, I'm down. I'm with it. You
There's
know,
that
people
meme
could
of-
say, "Oh, germs, this, that." Yeah, man. You know, you're not gonna get around that. That's everywhere. I mean, like I said, the next day they opened up the doors and everybody came outside. So
like
it's
literally.
what's the difference?
Yeah.
You know.
There's that meme of Squidward watching Patrick and SpongeBob
that-
through the window. That was like me on my phone,
Watching
just
the
watching
show.
everyone have fun at a Madball show while I was locked.
It was so positive, and that's the thing. It's like to put a negative spin on it was like unfortunate because when you got there, it was like smiles, happiness, sunshine, all positive. You know, you like crowd was great. Far back as I've never seen that many people in Tompkins Square Park, and that was like my park. That was like I lived on 10th Street, which is right like the park's right on the corner.
Were you at the breakdown show there in 1987 or 8?
I don't remember if I was at that breakdown
good.
show, but that's a classic.
video. It's a
good
Yeah,
one.
that's a classic one. I might have been. I don't know. Did a bunch of punk bands play that too? Did Nausea play that one
I
too?
think so.
I might have been there.
I think Najee did play that.
It's awesome.
Actually.
Yeah, I think I might have been there. Yeah, that's a big maybe, but yeah. Tompkins is great for shows. I mean, it's out. You know, it's also it's part of our history. Like that area. I did the Ray B's, one of the Ray B's celebrations. You know, tribute. You know, to and
The one that Fireburn played.
Yep.
that was awesome. You know, Todd Youth asked me to do. We were actually supposed to play a show. We were headed to a show in like Poughkeepsie or something. And then Todd asked me if I would do a song, and I was like, and we like went, did a
Wow.
song, bounced.
Oh,
awesome.
shit.
Yeah, we played a show, I think, that night. Yeah, but that was fun.
Yeah.
I mean, there's an energy there, man. Like the shows at Tompkins are like, there's a vibe.
I'd love to
Yeah.
go to one.
Would love to do it.
But no, it was no vibe like that one where when, you know, we, when opened the doors without, permission.
Yeah.
I got you. So there's a new Madball record coming. What else can you tell us about it?
I could tell you the name.
Yeah.
It's called Not Your Kingdom. And I could tell you that I predict that you're gonna love the cover. It's a very throwback vibe.
Okay.
Okay.
Gives a nostalgic feel to it, but it's also current. It's very in line with like the lyrical content and the message. And it's by far the most diverse Madball album, even more so than For the Cause.
Wow.
Which I thought For the Cause we did.
There's a lot of melody.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did a lot of different stuff, and which
Anthemic
we
stuff.
were happy to do because it's like you can't just keep doing the same album over and over. It's like, I mean, yeah, obviously you want to hear our sound, but I like that we were venturing out and doing different stuff on that one, and this one is, yeah, there's like some songs that are like reminiscent of like Can't Stop, Won't Stop. Like
That's
vibes.
awesome.
That's what I
But
wanna
then
hear.
there's like some more like Doc Martin Stomp vibes, like
Hey, all right.
boyish, vibes, like,
Cool.
but still Madball, still very Madball. So
It's
like,
time. It's time.
It's very eclectic in the best way. I hope. I mean, I'm the, like it's gonna be for the people to judge. But I'm super proud of it. And writing with these guys was very natural. It wasn't like forced. It wasn't like, oh, well, it's like it was, we all were like hungry to, it's been like 2018, like since we put out an album. So
It is 8 years. Yeah. It's time.
Do we
it's
have
like way too long.
Do we have a release date or a single drop
May.
date? May.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, it kept getting pushed back because of this like nonsense. Like the album was done, but then like we had to get a remix because we didn't like the first mix, and then artwork got held up, and then you got to wait for it to go into the like
Press.
nuclear blast like system,
Ah.
which is always like, why can't you just drop this tomorrow?
Yeah.
Nope,
Vinyl.
that's not how it works.
Yeah.
So now it's finally like in the system, and it's gonna come out in May.
Here we go.
So soon.
Yeah.
It's gonna, I think people are gonna dig it.
All right.
I hope so.
I can't wait to hear it.
That's the hope.
So let's say Madball's on tour right now, and you're a little hungry, as I'm sure you are right now, as we all are.
Yeah, I'm getting there.
5 hours later.
It's hungry o'clock.
It is hungry o'clock. What's your poison? What are you into?
Well,
What's your favorite thing?
we've like grown a little bit and evolved a little bit. I know you guys are like.
We
I
like
know-
it
I
all.
know it-
But we will dive into the dumpster if we need to.
Yeah, but
you know?
we dined fine.
Yes, yeah, we did.
I think I think the answer you're looking for is somewhere in the dumpster.
But I want to know
no.
the high rise.
Well, back in the days, we got into everything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like just whatever was open.
Having a
at
Cuban
night.
family and growing up in South Florida, I'd imagine you have some of the best food in the world
Yeah.
down there.
My mom is a very good cook. Like she definitely she would cook for Agnostic Front. Like that was like a traditional thing that would happen. Like they would come on tour and my mom would make a feast for them. And she only she's been doing that up until just last year. She's getting a little older now. It's a little harder, but whatever. But she was doing that forever.
Yeah.
That was like a thing. So my mom could cook.
yeah.
So Cuban food's it's just food to me. But
Yeah.
as far as tour food, when we were younger, we'd get into whatever, you name it, Denny's, Waffle House, whatever, but down, all the usual nonsense. I mean, in Europe, late night McDonald's runs,
That'll
when
save
you're just
your life.
starving.
Yeah, that's just
kind of
sustenance.
amazing.
Life affirming.
It's kind of amazing.
Yeah.
Well, we've gotten more sophisticated these days, and like over the years, and we're getting a little older, so we have to act our age a little bit. So like, these days I just like look for like quality, man, like solid, like mom and pop, good ingredients, preferably organic. If not, it's okay. Good quality, nice food. Doesn't have to be Michelin starred. If it is, I'm not mad. and talk about infiltrate the system. Like we've met like chefs that are not like, oh, I work at a Michelin restaurant. It's like, oh, really? Cool.
Yeah.
We know some.
Like, you know what I mean?
Crazy.
Crazy. Infiltrate. So it's like crazy. But like, yeah, we eat a little better now.
So let's say you're touring in the U.S. and there's a city on the tour with a restaurant in it that you cannot wait to go to. What is that restaurant?
Quebec City, Le Ketchup.
Whoa. Quebec City.
Yeah, and it's a weird name because it's like ketchup.
Ketchup.
Dude,
unbelievable. What kind of food is it?
It's like French, like, so we're in Quebec, so a lot of French-inspired stuff, but it's like their own thing. It's like new French. Canadian.
Okay.
Like, I don't know. It's like
modern French.
Yeah, modern French, like, with its own twist. Just really well-sourced fish, meat, whatever it is. And the thing about that place is like, it's a small, tiny little place. So you're lucky if you can get in there and get a seat. We've been lucky the last bunch of times to get in there. And they're cooking on like electric, crazy wax stove. Like, not like a, high-end, like whatever, you know what I mean? Like it's like very simple stuff, and they're making the most amazing food.
Wow.
It's like
gotta go. Le Ketchup.
Le Ketchup.
You seen Ratatouille?
Oh, yeah, of course.
You like it?
Yeah, I love it.
It's good, right?
It's great. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
What's wrong with Ratatouille?
No, that's what I'm saying. It's the best.
Literally like his favorite movie.
Yeah.
It's the best one.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, okay.
I
knew you did.
Like watching all those movies with my kids, like, but that one, that's a...
It's crazy, right?
When's the last time you watched Ratatouille?
2 days ago.
Right.
On the way
I'm
here.
gonna go watch it at home now when we get.
You should. I'm hungry enough where it'll really hit me.
It's awesome. But yeah, no, we eat better these days. We
gotta.
We try to find nice places. So
You're
we
waiting
can,
for
like,
La
sit
Ketchup.
and relax and eat something. And it might be one meal a day. Like we'll do the coffee thing in the morning.
Yep.
And not Starbucks. Sorry, Starbucks, but we do like good mom and pop, good quality coffee spot, and maybe get a little snack there. But sometimes we only end up eating one real meal a day. So we figure if it's going to be one meal a day, it might as well be
something good,
decent.
Makes sense.
Mike DeJean told me he put Agnostic Front onto good coffee.
Could be.
And that now Roger's like, Mike, take us to your gentrified coffee.
Yeah.
Where are we going here?
Yeah. Oh, I would guarantee that. Yeah, I would concur.
He took us
yeah,
to
because they don't know about coffee and food like us.
They don't know.
They don't need to, but they don't.
Yeah.
But yes, it would take a DeJean.
Yeah, that makes sense.
To point them in the right direction in that department.
Gentrified coffee.
For sure.
All right, we've got one final question for you.
Wow.
Freddy Madball's top 4 hardcore records of all time.
Victim in Pain, Brightside. In that order. Sheer Terror, Thanks for Nothing.
Thanks for Nothing.
Yeah.
Better recording than Ugly and Proud.
I just love the songs.
Yeah.
Those songs, that's like one of my favorite albums to ever come out of New York hardcore.
I agree.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
And maybe Negative Approach, Total Recall. Yeah. I can't give it all to New York.
No, I got you.
I mean, there's of course honorary mentions of Age of Quarrel and Leeway and certain,
But that's it.
That's it.
4.
Great
answer.
Yeah. Great answer.
Yeah, you like those?
Oh, yeah. Awesome. I liked the order, the Victim of Pain, Brightside. I love to hear that you love Brightside.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Oh yeah. One of my favorites. Anthony's on a song on the new album.
Really?
Yeah. I got him to do a feature. I've been wanting that for years, and I finally was like, just gonna ask him, and then he was like, "Oh man, be honored," and he jumped in, he killed it.
Clash
and
of
it
the
sounds
Titans.
like Anthony. Sounds exactly how you would want Anthony to sound on a feature. It's like this. He took him from Brightside and inserted him into our song.
That's amazing.
I was like,
I can't wait to hear it.
Can't wait to hear it.
One more question, actually.
Oh, talk to me.
Do you say New York style before Can't Stop, Won't Stop?
Hoya.
It's Hoya.
Yeah, and it's taken from an interview. It was snipped out of an interview.
Love it. Always wondered.
Yeah, I think
Did
it was
he
like a
echo
Japanese
in the interview?
New York style.
Oh yeah, that was a little studio tricks. But
has a
but
natural
him
delay.
saying that was from a Japanese thing that we did.
Oh, that's so fun. It's
Yeah,
cool.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
awesome.
yeah. Just took it out and boom, threw it in there. But it worked, didn't it?
Yes, it did.
It sure did.
And we put all our homies. My boy LD, we put his beats in there.
Oh, yeah.
As segues.
Yeah.
I don't think a lot of people were doing that around that time. We're like, that was like our homage to hip hop. But also a way to put on our people.
Yeah.
Because it was like our boys' beats
time.
stuff. So yeah.
Well, this just could not have been more pleasant, I think.
Thank you, man. Thank you. I had a pleasure with you guys, man. It's
Thank you
awesome.
for your time.
Thanks for having me. I'm sorry about the congestion and everything.
We never noticed at all.
Okay, cool.
We're so grateful that you joined us. We're so grateful that Madball exists
Oh, thank you, man.
and continues to
I'm
exist.
grateful to you guys for, bigging the culture up, man. Keep doing what you do. Please.
We will try.
We need it,
Any parting words you have right there, send them home happy.
Thanks to you guys for having me. Appreciate the invite. Something I've been saying for years, and I'll say to the new generation. I love the new music that's coming out. I love all these new bands. I love that they're all doing their own thing, and there's so much freedom to do your own thing. But don't forget where this comes from. Don't forget the roots of the music. And the bands like Agnostic Front, who literally paved the roads that we all walk on. I've been saying that forever, and it's
You literally have.
It never gets old.
Yeah.
Because we're in a place right now where it's like a huge flip. Like we're in a completely new time right now for hardcore. And I'm grateful that I'm still in the mix and we're still in it and a lot of us are still in it, but don't just jump on the hype. Embrace the culture is what I'm trying to say, really. That's the message that I want to put out there to the people.
Perfectly said.
And show each other respect and be classy. And let people have a difference of opinion. It's okay to have a difference of opinion. You don't have to put everybody into a box. You can have a difference of opinion and still have respect for each other.
There it is.
Cheers, guys.
That was 5 hours with Freddy Madball.
Wow.
And unbelievable.
Unreal.
Thank you all for joining us. We will
Thank
see you next week.
Appreciate it. Thanks for having me.
This episode is brought to you by Mad Vintage.